All right, Twitter message out. And Damas, what's going on, man? How are you? I cannot complain, can't complain at all. Let me check my camera real quick. And hey, camera's all moved around. Let's point it a little bit more. There we go. And lights are on, camera's on. I see my mic levels going. Should be fine. You all got a nice shot of the laundry that I need to do. It's all right. Okay. Let me go ahead and change to playing games. And bam. Where were we last time? I'll let you all know right now, I am sick as a dog today. So I might sound a little bit off, but I'm going to do my very best. No rest for the weary and all that good stuff. But I hope you all are doing okay. The water flows crisp and clean. Hey, did I already steal from there? I don't remember what I've already done here at all. Oh, that's right. I just obliterated the main Orland administrator here, right? So now I have to find thanks, Yad. I appreciate it, man. And thanks again for your willingness to mod. Like I said, it shouldn't be a big deal or a big job, but I'm focusing so much on the game that I feel like a lot of times the chat's going so quickly I can't follow it. So thanks, man. I appreciate it. Um, let's see. We took care. Oh. We're supposed to be finding the Wana down here, right? They have some people down here that they're not supposed to have. Okay, cool. Now I remember. And hey, there sure do seem to be a whole lot of people over around here. Yeah, let's I want to see more of these exploding bodies. Thanks, Demas. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I don't know what it is. These last few months, though, it seems like I get sick all the time. So, I feel like now I just got to learn to get used to it, I guess. This dude over here, he's annoying me. You... Here, you know what? Yeah, some disintegration for you. Yeah, look at you. There we go. Yep. And then you. Need something stronger. Bam. Bam. And there we go. Awesome. How about you all? How's the day treating you? Ooh, look at that, a key. And a bunch of stuff there. Take that. We don't care about anybody seeing us thieving because anybody who sees us, we plan to take them out anyway. Bits of gore and blood-stained hair line the inside of this Iron Maiden. Rob, what's going on, man? How are you? Blood congeals within the deep cuts that score these wooden boards. Good evening indeed, man. Hope you're doing well. And we'll go straight across for now. It's called having a child. You know, that's absolutely true, especially for mine. It seems like she is always coughing. Things are always going on with her. There we go. And you're almost dead too. There we go. Now you're right in front. In fact, this shouldn't take long. Why? Oh. Is it because I have the Secret Horrors thing on me? Ian, what's going on, man? How are you? No. Doing okay. It's Monday today for my work week. Monday for me too. Mondays are rough. I'm always already looking forward to the weekend. But got to be thankful that you have gainful employment, right? Things absolutely could be worse. Damn. I am sorry to hear that, Demas. It's one thing to be injured. That sucks in and of itself. But to be injured in a way where you can't engage in your favorite pastime,
Who are you?
sorry to hear that, bro.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Larry, what's going on, man? How are you? Once the Bulls get a nice win tonight, 9 plays of chess. Ooh, that's nice. Who did they face? I haven't been watching the Bulls at all. To play Dragon's Dogma, since the controller is fine. Okay, nice. So then at least you have some reprieve. Dragon's Dogma is a game I really enjoyed. Have you finished that game before? It's not safe. Stay here.
Sure. I mean, it's not like we can go anywhere else.
Pays the bills and able to afford to contribute towards the channel, so it's all good. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, bro. I absolutely appreciate it. Well, coins. The straw pile reeks of urine. KK, what's going on, man? How are you? Played the Hawks tonight, and I don't blame you. They've been very up and down. Yeah, they have. Absolutely. And it hasn't been very exciting, so I didn't feel particularly compelled to watch. But I'm glad they beat the Hawks, though. In fact, now that I think about it, I haven't been to a Bulls game in a long time. That's something I'd actually like to do. I have fond memories of my father taking me to see Michael Jordan play. We were all the way in the nosebleed sections, and I had to use binoculars, but it was still a really, really nice childhood memory. Ooh.
You there, stranger. Help us. We are not fit to be here.
Robert, what's going on, man? I'm here. Boom. Stepped in the room. What's going on, dude? Yeah, Damas, I definitely recommend it. Dragon's Dogma was a lot of fun. You know, usually I prefer games that are really, really strong on story, and I don't consider Dragon's Dogma that kind of game. But the combat system and the way the progression works is just so fascinating that I really, really enjoyed it. KK, there's one mod here. I haven't been able to circle back through that thread to see who else agreed to become a mod. So I add on a couple of others. Absolutely, Jonathan. Oh, you're a big Withers fan? Yeah. You've had a rough time of it. Yeah, you know, I was homeschooled as a child, so there were a lot of things that like most kids got to do that my father never allowed me to do. But you know, of course, you know, I'm a black kid being raised by a black man. He felt like Michael Jordan was a really, really important historical figure, and it would just be weird for a black kid not to know who he was. And therefore, even though he usually didn't even allow us to watch TV, he was comfortable with my brothers and I sitting up and watching the Bulls when they were playing. So I got to see quite a bit of Michael Jordan's run. And of course, I didn't get to have fun in that way, in any other way. So it was, those memories were definitely something that I enjoyed. United said I try to go like once a season, but haven't been the past couple of days. I might start doing that, especially when my daughter gets older. Start taking her to the Bulls games more often. Absolutely. Sorry you made this morning about the DLC for Pav. Looks like it's going to be a very busy year for gaming. Hey, I'll take it. More content, the better. I'm going to be Avalok. What's going on? How are you? Hey, well, I hope you have a restful night once you are able to fall asleep. Slave Violet. Yep. Exactly, Felipe. What's going on? Glad you're able to join the stream. Yeah, of course. Everyone knows as a wizard player. Yeah, absolutely. What's going on, Buzz Page? Good to see you, man. Hope you're having play. I see that you're back here with more pillars turning too. Yeah, absolutely, Fred. So just to let everybody know, I am a little bit under the weather today. I don't know how long I'll be playing, but you know, I don't want to let being sick just hold me down. So we're still going to try to do a little bit. A woman coated in dirt and flecking war paint waves her arm between the grimy cell's bars. Though weaponless and caged, wearing rags not fit for a pauper, she stands aggressively and has a muscular frame. It is obvious she is a warrior.
Come closer. That's it. Just a step more, little bird.
Step closer to the bars. When you step closer to the cell, she lunges forward, banging your shoulder against the bars as a hand snatches for your throat. Might. Rest her fingers from your neck. Calmly, you reach a hand for hers, prying your thumb between your skin and her grip. You twist her fingers until they nearly pop, and with a hiss, she jerks back. For a moment, her face scrunches with both pain and fear.
Who are you? A buyer, maybe? But down here? I haven't seen you before, so you don't work for the slavers.
You got Nick Cage as your That's hilarious. Hope we can import our previous character. You know, I did that playthrough years and years and years ago. I just remember that I really liked the game. I don't remember anything about my character at all. If we're able to import our character, I might have to play Dragon's Dogma again. Your chief has sent me to take out the slavers. Her eyes narrow with interest.
You've made it this far and haven't been skewered by an ogre yet. Perhaps you can free us. Me and the others are keeping tabs on their patrols. I know their schedules and their weaknesses. We can handle ourselves if you can get us out of this cell.
If you fight and die here, it'd be in vain. You need to reunite with your tribe to protect them against the slavers.
The Wahaki are rarely beaten. Our captors carefully set an ambush against us. Even so, me and my hunters felled 12 of their men. They will not survive our retribution. What
avowed reviews are you talking about, Boss Pay? The posting I did today was about Forspoken, if you're talking about the community post I did. Mine is Millennia Drum. Awesome.
I will personally take the Taskmaster's anchor and use it to rip out his entrails. Open the cell and witness the Wahaki's best warriors in action.
Know who has the keys?
The big dumb one. The Taskmaster. He stomps around near the stairs that will take us to the fort's upper floor.
Right, the PS5 reviews are out for Forspoken. Nothing's out regarding Avowed, though. Alright, so we already dealt with that dude. TARDIS, what's going on, man? How are you?
I know I'm ready for revenge.
She pops a joint in her neck. Survival. Only fools can't tell when to fight and when to retreat.
I would rather die than risk awakening again in chains.
Survival. What about your tribe? Will they have the strength to survive as well?
There's wisdom in your words. If we are not to fight, then we must retreat. But we can't just walk out the way we were dragged in.
I'll find a way for you to sneak out.
We will await your directions. But should the chance arise, and you have
no
not
problem,
yet
Boss
returned,
Page.
we will strike at the slavers, even without you.
Who's still alive? Didn't I kill everybody? I'm confused. Why aren't they allowing me to just have these people walk out? There's nobody else left. Right. So here, we just did a full circle around. Everybody's going, or are they saying I need to go upstairs and kill everybody upstairs as well before I can let the people downstairs go? You know, actually, that makes sense. Okay, fine. All right, let's go deal with them then. Awesome. Glad to hear it, Todd. It's Florian. What's going on, man? How are you? And oh yeah, that's right. These people, they've got multiple levels on us and everything. Start with you. And then with you.
I cannot whack him any harder.
Oof. This is actually going to be kind of rough. This is going to be kind of rough. But we're built for it. Whoever's around you, let's go ahead and end that. There we go. Yep. And let's do it again. Oh. You didn't leave fast enough, I'm afraid. There we go. Excellent, 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 excellent. Multiplayer Dragon's Dogma would be fantastic. I 100% agree. I'm not even a multiplayer fan, to be honest with you, but if they did multiplayer for Dragon's Dogma, I would absolutely play it. Absolutely. And that's one. There's a major shooting at you from up top. Yeah, I know. That's all right. I'm gonna deal with them. Oop, and looks like there's some people coming from upstairs now. Oh no, they're not even gonna come upstairs. They're just gonna shoot at us from above like cowards. How dare you? Let me show you how little I think of that. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's what I like. And there we go. Done. And they're casually exploding his enemies. I appreciate him. Appreciate him a great deal. Rancid air wafts from this vent. All right, let's go ahead and search all the way around. Make sure this area is completely clear of all festivities. Can't ever have too much ammunition. Ooh, an orphan cat. What's an orphan cat doing in this slaver's hellhole? Go ahead and take you with us. Let's get my formation right. There was multiplayer Dragon Dogma. I was thinking of mod or something. I didn't know. There wasn't multiplayer in the original Dragon's Dogma. Like, you could use other people's pawns, but you couldn't actually get into their games. At least unless something changed from the way it worked at launch. Ooh. Rough. No. Get back down. We liked you on the floor. There you go. There you go. Oh, yes. Excellent. Huh? Dog, so oh, come on now. I already let you know it hurts my soul. I really wanted that game to be great, you know? And I mean, it might still be a game that I enjoy. So, you know, I haven't completely lost hope, but it just hurts. It hurts that you finally have a game with a black woman as the lead, and it seems at least like they completely messed it up. So, I'm still gonna play it, you know. We're still gonna at least stream a little bit of it. You know, I think it comes out tomorrow, right? So I'll probably end up playing it. If I don't play it tomorrow, then I'll play it Wednesday. But we'll stream a little bit of it on the channel. Oh, I've got full ammunition. Okay, cool. But I don't have high hopes. And it's just unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. There's a Dragon's Dogma MMO. Really? I would have ignored that because I don't play MMOs anyway. He rubs at the back of his neck, seemingly startled by the band of metal that brushes his palm.
I don't know how or why you killed them, but I do thank you.
You're free now. Good luck and take care. He chokes on his intended reply, beating on his chest to catch his breath before he can further speak.
Truly? You mean it? I can never thank you enough for such kindness. Gods, where should I go? I've nothing to my name but these clothes and my freedom.
Jason, what's going on, man? Yeah, absolutely. You can either comment on the post that I put out, or you can send me a message on Twitter or Discord with your YouTube URL. For whatever reason, YouTube is weird. I can't just type in your YouTube name. You have to actually give me your URL, and then I plug that in, and it uses that to pull up your name. So weird. Flint Siege of Dawn has a black female lead, and it is looking really nice. Ooh, is that something coming out? And I'm sorry, I meant black female lead for a AAA title. I don't know if Flintlock Siege of Dawn is a AAA title. You could join my crew if you'd like. The work's hard work, but fair, and I'll pay you for it. Or the Temple of Barath and Nekataka welcome you. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, join my crew. He jerks, clearly surprised.
Thank you for the kindness, my lord.
There we go. I saw the post was busy out of time. I'll post. Yep, absolutely. YouTube is inferior in many ways to Twitch. Really, boss stage. And in what way do you feel like it's inferior? Besides the weird way in which I have to add mods. I know many people say that they feel like the streaming experience is inferior.
I'll handle this.
Who's the main person? Was it just a slave, right? Oh, yes, it is.
To run?
You're free to go.
You
The
won't be
slavers can't hurt you anymore.
How did you manage that? The ogres, they're strong, and I've seen the Taskmaster kill a man for no more than back-talking.
Crack your knuckles. I have my ways.
You look like a survivor. Sure, I'll believe it.
With a visible gulp, the freed slave signals for the others to follow her. We should all be honest. Sela leads our party. She certainly is leading mine. You all know how I feel about Sela. Post on YouTube made a comment. Also, Jason, I'll be running back through that comment tomorrow to make sure I pick up everybody who said that they would be willing to assist. I appreciate you all. Where the heck are these people? Here we go. Which anyone can use to see. Then there are free add-ons for a channel called BTTV, which allows you to add thousands of emotes. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Yeah. YouTube definitely doesn't allow me to do that.
Slavers? I know I'm ready for
The
revenge.
fort's safe. You're free to go.
Then let us follow the path of blood you have painted.
She pounds her fist against her palm, battle lust hardening her features.
I hope you have left us at least a few slavers to
Nope.
cut on our way out. Warriors, the time has come for us to strike.
Nope, nope, nope. Nobody left. I think YouTube's a lot better than Twitch. And a lot of Twitch. Hold on, where am I going to? Crookspur here. Come over here. Eventually come over to YouTube. It seems like Twitch will make more money off of you the bigger you get. Yeah, but that doesn't matter for a small streamer like me. They wouldn't be making more money off of me. But my thing was, I don't like splitting up communities. And I felt like my style of commentary works better on YouTube. I'm sorry. It works better in long form than it does in streaming. Like, if you notice from my channel, for a long time, I did not stream. I kind of built up my following. Who are you? Oh, just a general corpse? Why does it seem like there's all these new corpses now? These corpses weren't here before, but okay. I use the popularity of my long form content to kind of provide a base for my streaming. Because I didn't feel like my style and way of doing things would fit with just if I try to make it as just a good streamer, you know? Like, I feel like because now people know, hey, he covers CRPGs, and I've built up a community based upon that. When I started streaming, there are a bunch of people who are like, oh, okay, I already know what he's about, so I'll join in. Whereas I feel like this would have been much harder if I jumped straight into it. And so considering that, I felt like it made more sense to stream on YouTube, because otherwise I'm asking all my YouTube people to come over to Twitch and I'm splitting up audiences, and I was like, this just doesn't seem right to me. Right, YouTube is much better at promoting smaller channels. Absolutely. The algorithm does a great job. They're expanded according to your class. Yeah, it's kind of weird to me the way like spell books for Angel and Lich and whatnot are so much more powerful than some of the other mythic paths. But then again, some of those other paths get more powers that you're able to select. So I guess it all evens out in some level. You could play music on YouTube, but it's very we haven't done anything around here. Okay. But I don't even see how you walk over here. How do I get to this? Oh, there's a docking station here. And then, okay, let's click back on here. But how do I get out to where... That's weird, because it went straight to Crookspur Island. And then if I click here, I don't get an option. Yeah, okay, that's weird. Gusto, what's going on? How are you? How would you rate Pillars of Eternity 2 against Wrath of the Righteous? They're both great PC games. I probably like Wrath of the Righteous more, but if the most important thing to you is being able to multi-class, I think multi-classing is handled much better in Pillars of Eternity 2 than it is in Wrath of the Righteous. So there's that. There should be a mod where you get to choose to become a dragon lich if you choose the dragon mythic path, but love necromancy as well. Only so much you can put in the game. Made a demon slayer hunter multi-class legend with a bow, around 14 attacks. Nice. I'm a fan of another great streamers from now on YouTube that came from Twitch, and they didn't like Twitch, but it seems for beginner streamers you could blow up fast. Yeah, it's great for beginner streamers. Dr. Disrespect, his whole situation is so odd to me. Like, to this day, we don't really know why he had to leave Twitch, right? And so the way Twitch just gets rid of big-time streamers and doesn't say anything, and if the big-time streamer doesn't say anything, then you're just in limbo, is wild to me. It is kind of crazy the way YouTube treats Dr. Disrespect. Like, you would think someone of that level and stature would be treated with a little more respect by the platform. But then again, I wonder if they feel wary about him based upon whatever issue caused him to have to leave Twitch. So they might have very good reasons for not, treating him with the kind of respect that it seems like he really wants. Their discoverability was very poor only until recently, and small channels often suffer from corruption. Twitch is slow to take action. I understand Boss Page. I've seen a bunch of articles about that, and it's an area of frustration. Thoughts on the aforementioned mod? An Elden Ring mod, Guarding Your Eyes is epic. I don't know anything about Elden Ring. I've actually never played a Dark Souls game before, so I couldn't even comment. Crookspur is a silver of land at your back when you see a fleet approaching. They are raw-timed warships bristling with cannons and moving at high speed. They near you, and a familiar figure doffs his cap and raises his voice in greeting. Watcher, is that really you? Kana Ruor grins at you with unabashed delight, shouldering past the ship's bewildered captain to lean over the railing of the ship for a better look. Kana! I should have known I'd find you out here. Anywhere that's anywhere worth seeing, I know you'll turn up. And with my sister, are you enjoying life as an adventurer, Maya? What would Mother say? Kana shakes his head. She said there isn't enough ocean between us yet. What are you doing here, singing the troops to sleep? Maya grins across at him. Yishiza perches on the railing and lets out a joyful squawk. Like baby lambs, armed, dangerous, smelly little lambs. Kana waves at a hand at Yishiza, waggling his fingers. It's good to see you. I really did miss you, all of our adventures. Which is why I knew you weren't dead. The Lord of Cadnua killed? Nonsense. After what? Escaping that collapsing ice cavern? Defeating a dragon hewn out of solid Adra? Thwarting the gods themselves? Kana, I sailed across the world to escape your babble. Maya points at him and lifts her brown warning. Only for you to be squished by a giant foot? Absurd. That's not how the story goes. Kind of folds his arms. Where have you been? Only for you. No. What else? Chronicling everything that happens. They weren't keen on my coming here, but I made a fuss, and well, who's going to tell the Emperor's favorite chanter he can't go off to war? Stick around long enough and Raltai will run out of parchment. Brevity, man. And Maya chuckles into her hand. Won't the Lore College be surprised to hear your name again? Kana grins toothily. They'll call it contrived, but the truth is, sometimes life really is that strange. I have to go. Do take care of him, Maya. Remember, you're supposed to be the responsible one. Kana wags a finger. I'll keep him out of open water. Never you worry, you great big coward. Maya grins across at Kana. The captain finally manages to push his way to the railing and bows stiffly at the waist. Clear skies, Slandered, and well done. We'll see to the port's defenses. The Raltaian soldiers gathered on deck wear heavy brigadine and blades that glint and flash at their sides. They look ready for anything. Who are you? We're the Repuka. What? Recupa. The Recupa are an elite group of specially trained warriors who personally carry out the Ring of Nua's will. Most of them are barbarians, transmutation wizards, and chanters who specialize in overcoming larger forces. They are most often sent with the vanguard to assault the new territories for conquest or to quell rebellion in troublesome provinces. As barbarian and wizards, they use their abilities to transform the battlefield to their advantage and then overwhelm their opponents. The wizards open great rifts in the earth to destroy entrenched defenses, turn the air to poison to divide and rout enemy units, and boil rivers to block retreats. Meanwhile, barbarians wear down enemy forces, and lower college chanters strengthen allies and intimidate foes with strongs of the unit's valor. In their tactical prowess, their mastery of warfighting techniques, and their tactical foresight, they exemplify many of Raltai's key virtues. Interesting. We serve as the Ring of Nua's most skilled warriors. The troops behind them cross their arms in unison. Kana follows suit a few seconds later, grimacing sheepishly. Atsura didn't mention any Raltaian ships. He looks uncomfortable. I would not presume to know Atsura Nua's business. My orders are to secure the port against pirates and slavers. The captain of the lead vessel... nah, it's the same thing he said. Who are you? We didn't mention. Calm seas. Farewell. He crosses his forearms over his chest as his ship pulls away. All right. It's just speaking up for now, Jason, and as long as you're someone who attends the streams semi-regularly, so that you're actually here to mod. Robert, I've done a Witcher 3 playthrough on my own, but not since I've had this channel. So we will walk through the entirety of the Witcher 3, the Witcher saga. So we'll play all 3 games. And I guess we'll end up playing Witcher 1 twice, because I'll play the original, and then whenever that remake comes out, I'm sure I'll be playing that as well. You plan on doing a modded Kingmaker playthrough? You mentioned a mod about Kingmaker. In the member section, yeah, you haven't been here for a while. I'm now offering channel membership. So as part of that, I do playthroughs where I release 1-hour episodes. I let them vote on what game they wanted me to play, and they voted on Kingmaker. So I've been looking at mods and different things to add to try to make the playthrough more enjoyable. And that's where that conversation came from. And I felt comfortable talking about it in the general chat because some of my other subscribers who are not members have been talking about that particular mod before. So I knew they had some level of familiarity on it. And I felt like they might be able to provide me with some good options for what I might make my party members into. By allowing chat to directly vote on things in game, participate in your game in some way. Saying that just go for that you can't get anyone games off the end of great features. Yep. I agree. Yeah, I remember seeing that on, I don't know who I was watching, but they were doing a Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, and people were voting in the stream about what dialogue options they should choose. And I thought that was really, really freaking cool. Found everything on the ship, the weakest part of the game. Yeah, they added a update now where you can automatically board every time you come in contact with an enemy ship because I think they realized the ship stuff was kind of weak. Argo, what's going on, man? How are you? I'm sick as a dog, but other than that, I'm doing all right. How are you? Been busy a lot, but we'll, still around again. Awesome. Oh wow, that's a lot of work. You know, Gabe, I love games, so it doesn't feel bad to me. Approach and identify. Yeah, meditate, and we've done that before. Nice. Kingmaker's a gem. Yep. I played Kingmaker before, but again, that was before I had a channel, so it'll be nice to get back into it again. I hope you do a modded Aeon build playthrough. Yeah, sooner or later when I feel comfortable about doing Pathfinder content again, I will start working on. I'll work through my list of builds and update them all. Mega D, what up, man? Yeah, I think there's quite a few people who are happy to see that update occur. How the hell do I walk out? I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? I'm thoroughly confused. Thank you, Gusta. Glad you've been enjoying it. I'm looking forward to providing a lot more. In fact, I'm trying to get through a freaking Shadowrun playthrough. I'm playing Shadowrun Dragonfall right now. Or, I say playing, but I keep starting over. But I'm really, really enjoying the game. Or at least the first 2 hours of it, I'm able to play until I decide that I need to re-roll my character again. Sooner or later, I'm going to come to a character that I actually am comfortable with, and then I'll be able to move forward in the game. And part of the reason, and I'm trying to do more streams of this because I'm really honestly excited about Divinity Original Sin 2. I'm considering doing a tactician playthrough of that. I say considering because I haven't verified this for myself, but I've heard that how do I get to this area? I don't understand. How do I get to this area? Look, if I dock here, I mean, am I crazy? I don't know. If I dock here, yeah, that whole area is blocked off. And if I go to Crookspur Island, it doesn't have a way for me to... I'm so confused. I mean, there's not... It doesn't look like there's anything crazy over there, but still, there's stuff there. I'd like to get it. How do I dock? Or is it... or do I have to go in? Do I have to go underground? Is that it? That it's underground? Fred, thank you for the $10 donation. NyQuil costs $10 at the grocery store, but $5 at Walgreens. I have NyQuil, but NyQuil makes you drowsy. So taking it, hold on, sorry, swim deeper into the cave. Swim into the darker tunnel. Swim for the surface. Swim back to the front. Brighter tunnel. So taking it before I'm about to try to start streaming wouldn't be good. But I'm absolutely going to take some before I go to bed. Wait, what? Where am I? Oh. Ooh. What's going on here? The spider wedge threads stubbornly stick to your fingers. Go to the map? What do you mean? But regardless, there's something here that I need to deal with.
The shadow comes to mind.
Oh, wow. I just realized what's...
Over here.
That's not cool. Wow, they're actually just crawling all the way around. They keep going for Maya, I swear. Leave her alone. I know she's absolutely obliterating y'all, but y'all should just take it. Just take it and deal with it. It's okay. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Rob, thanks for the $5, man. I'm wondering if we could do a sweepstakes. I'd like to donate a game for some lucky subscriber. Don't know how to set that up, or if you would do that. Sure, I've done. I was giving away key codes for quite some time, so I don't see why not. Ping me on Twitter or Discord. We'll work something out. These bones have been picked clean. Absolutely. For some. I love the magic classes, but it's ultimately up to you to choose your comfortable class, and I'm building a mod, Thalmor, Watercaster, Skyrim. Yeah, I want to be balanced when I do my Kingmaker playthrough. So I'm going to have a bunch of magic classes, but I'm definitely going to have some melee classes mixed in as well. Where am I? Corrode. Open it up. Okay, and then from here you can go in. That's interesting. I almost missed this whole area. Hey, I don't need any more repair supplies. Okay, now that we've done all that. Princess, what's going on? How are you? Is this it? I bet you this is it, isn't it? Is this it? Yes! There we go. Okay. You got a Discord already? No. When my mod stuff is straightened out, and sooner or later I got to carve out some time and get my merch store together. But then the next step is going to be sending out a similar community message and saying, hey, is there anybody in the community that knows how to run a Discord server? Because I don't. And every time I look at it, it looks complicated as hell to me. So I feel like that's another thing that I'm going to need help with. But I know there's some of you who are very, very passionate about it. So I would like to make it happen. North of Crookspur, the forest thickens. Wide trunk trees tower above you, their leaves forming a ceiling against the sky. A symphony of insects provide constant accompaniment of chirping and buzzing. Your path leads you into a narrow gully, the hills rising high to both sides. Whip. An arrow burrows itself in the ground at your feet. You jump back and search wildly for the source, but see nothing and no one. Whip, whip. A second arrow strikes the ground besides the first, then a third, this one much closer to you than the others. Whoever watches the path above you clearly doesn't want you to come any closer. Perception. Try to locate the attackers. Keeping cover between you and your ambushers, you search the trees for any sign of kith or wilder. You spot movement along a side path, little more than a game trail, a flash of armor through the greenery. Call out to the archers with insight. Ooh. You consider what you will say. Diplomacy. Bluff. We're peaceful missionaries. We're not even armed. The rain of arrows temporarily abates. A dear wooden voice rings out. You don't look much like the slaving type. You're not from Crookspur? Yeah, you don't need one right now. Yeah, I'm not in a rush. I know people I know there are people who want it, so I'm going to get one. But I don't feel like I have a large enough community yet where it's like there'd be a ton of people in that Discord. So I don't feel like it's a huge rush. Yeah. That's what I thought, KK. It always looks like a lot to me. I do. It can totally be automated. Discord is also, at least I've seen, the preferred communication tool for friends and communities for cons, movie nights, etc. Interesting. So, Boss Page, you know how to run a Discord server? You should do clothing, coffee cups, and jewelry as options for merch. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to start small, so it's only going to be like 2 or 3 pieces more than likely. And then I'll get feedback like that from the community about what you all would like to see, and I'll slowly expand the merch store from there. We're not from Crookspur. Why don't you come out so we can talk? A trio of kith emerge from the tree line. Fierce companion animals follow them close at heel, their teeth bared. Come then, the woman says. Let's hear what you have to say. The kith present an odd trio, a broad-shouldered elf flanked by a tall Amuan and a wild-haired Orlin. Each holds weapons at the ready as the woman steps forward. She bears an improvised flail made from a ball and chain.
You wanted to talk? Talk.
What are you 3 doing out here?
Hiding, obviously. When we're not shooting trespassers or people who ask ridiculous questions.
Good to hear you made a start on Dragonfall. I could definitely relate to lots of restarts before settling on a build. That first mission does everything it can to make you question your choices. Exactly. So, first time, because I didn't know there were trolls in the game. I've never played a game where you could play as a troll before. So as soon as I saw that, I'm like, that's what I'm going to be. So my first thought was, well, I'm going to be a street samurai, and I'm going to be a troll with a code of honor, you know, and everybody's going to treat me like I'm just this big mindless brute. But actually on the inside, I have this code and this way of life that I'm trying to follow, and I actually conduct myself with much more honor than those around me, right? And I was dead set on that. Well, then I got into the first mission, and I quickly ran into this guy with a minigun. I didn't know there were miniguns in the game. So then I was like, whoa, I don't want to use katanas. I want to have a minigun. So I restarted again. And I was like, all right, I'm going to build a troll that is capable of carrying miniguns. Well, then I got a little bit further, and I did some of the hacking stuff. And I remember, I think it was you who mentioned that if you play as the hacker type, then you get a lot more out of the game, and you can learn more of the story. So I was like, damn, that's actually a compelling role-playing style as well. I could be a troll who actually is highly intelligent and is able to hack everything that's around him, and let that be my play style. So I think that's what I've settled on, but I haven't actually gotten back into the game since I decided to do that to figure out what my build is going to be. But yeah, it's been rough. It's been rough. I do, but sadly, if you would have asked me, I wouldn't do it. I'm still suffering extreme burnout as a mind. I can tell you how, but I won't do it for you. I understand. No problem, Boss Page. I got you. I got you. You got 12,000 sisters. Says a lie. I don't think that my sips. Oh, thank you, Jason. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate that about quite a bit. What's Dragonfall about? I don't know yet. I've only made it like an hour in. But basically, you're in this cyberpunk world, and you're leading this team who is trying to figure out why a job went so poorly. That's about all I know. Oh, the bird-faced orc. It's like, oh, I actually haven't seen Bright, but that's a good call out, Siad. Yeah, it does feel like that. Hell yeah, troll. That sounds awesome. Yeah. Fantasy, but in modern times. Yeah, it's multiple games in one. A troll with a minigun. Isn't that a super mutant? Yes, Robert. Yeah, that's immediately what I thought. I immediately thought of Fallout when I saw it. And I was like, yes, I'm finally going to be that guy. You mentioned Crookspur. Were you slaves? She snorts, then spits on the ground.
We were abducted, held against our wills, offered to the highest bidder.
Is there anything I can do to help? Kathwina's limpid eyes linger on yours, wrinkling slightly at the corners.
You could leave and forget you were ever here. I wouldn't trust you to do more than that.
I think there's like some specific, unique set of circumstances that have to happen for you to get any additional dialogue with these people. Or is this supposed to be like a reference to something? I don't get this sequence. So yes. Her eyes nailed to a knife's edge.
That's the word that scum who sell kith use to justify their manacles. Do you see any slavers here?
So you don't own these animals?
We do not. These are our companions. We help them. They help us. You try our patience.
Leave. Maybe another time. Her eyes narrow.
There will be no other time. You return here. There will be no talking. But suit yourself.
Mark. No one else, so I prefer summarized verses. Yeah, I'm only an hour and a half into the game, so that summary is the best I can do for you. Is that you really want to specialize your character. If you bother with that, you just forget trying to make your character combat capable. Just support your DPS party members. Yeah, that's kind of the feeling I got, and that was my hesitation on doing that type of build, because usually I would prefer my main character to be a high damage dealer, but as long as I'm consistently in situations where where my party is available to me, and I don't feel like I'm just, stuck with my own terrible damage, I think it'll be fine. Fallout New Vegas, my build was based around the strongest shotgun. And Fallout New Vegas, isn't that no, that might have been Fallout 3. No, oh, you know what? Yeah, no, combat shotgun. Yep. In Fallout New Vegas, for me, it was all about the combat shotgun. I would just unload into people with that over and over again. By the end game, you have enough XP to be good at multiple things, so you could be a hacker and still use the big guns. Really? I don't remember if you can get a minigun or if it is NPC only. Pretty sure you can get the minigun. I read something where they said at a certain point in the story, it will unlock. All right. Ooh, what's going on here? Moment, way home, way home, way home. Come on. What is the problem? Why are you not looting it? Thank you. And a little bit more. And all right, we need to go first to Oreo Quickie. Slandered, great seeing you. Thanks for creating some chill gaming space for the night. My pleasure, Darth. Great to see you as well. Hope you're doing well. What's the strongest shotgun in Fallout New Vegas? The combat shotgun. You could, I've already been there. You could just unload on people over and over and over again. I used that to clear out all of Caesar's people. Went through his whole camp. It was a blast. Really? Fallout New Vegas is your favorite game of all time? That makes sense. It is a pretty good one. We will definitely be playing at Fallout. I don't know if I have the patience for Fallout 1 and 2, but we'll definitely play Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and then maybe Fallout 4. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel after I finish New Vegas, but those two will definitely play. Fury, what's going on, man? How are you? From being a shotgun build, Fallout 2 and 3, then in 4 became a plasma sniper build. Yep. Yeah, Fallout 4, it had really cool energy weapons, right? I seem to remember there was like this alien pistol you could get that I really enjoyed using. You should have gone to that lady before attacking Crookspur because our lines would have helped, I guess. Hardtack. Yeah, the Breakfast of Champions. I was a hacking and shotguns my first Dragonfall one. Shotguns are crazy good in it. Oh, okay, I'll keep that in mind. Hey, there wasn't a guy praying here before. Oh, okay, that's just part of his regular routine. Ooh, you started Midnight Suns? How do you like it so far, Fury? Strongest weapon is the CZ-57 Avenger, which is a minigun. Yeah, it never was built properly for miniguns in that game. Barapo, is that the person I'm looking for?
I would pray louder if it kept outsiders away from Oreo Kawiki.
Barapo straightens his bearing and looks down his nose at you.
I say Ruasare would not like it if I denied you hospitality.
How do you and Tangera get along?
Poorly. He ventures away from our islands and invites the wrath of the gods, I say.
I can say that Deckers almost always has something to do in encounters. Who do you think is hacking enemy drones, turrets, and cameras? Okay. Interesting. So you can kind of go all in and still be very useful in combat. That's good to know. That's good to keep in mind. Barapo folds his arms and squeezes his shoulders.
May Ngati devour that outsider construct he dragged back with him.
What's your role in the tribe?
I keep the gods at bay.
He touches his brow with his shaking hand.
The tribe balances on the edge of ruin, and my burnt offerings appease those who watch over us. Godlessness raised the Green Man, and the gods will put him back down, I say.
You think Gon's gonna set the final harvest upon us because of Kith's godlessness? Maybe. But ain't no god's gonna stop him.
She rubs the side of her jaw in thought.
Akira, this is why Outlanders do not speak the will of the gods for the tribe.
Barapo crosses his arms and smirks at Shodi.
Well, I'd say that statue has more than its share of God in it.
For what does your crew of misfits address me?
Barapo frowns at Eder and retreats back a step. Farewell. All right. There we go. This is who we're looking for. Just got to White March. When you play Pillars of Eternity, did you support or oppose Animancy? Well, in my heart of hearts, I supported it. But unfortunately, I screwed up my playthrough and ended up being aligned with the dozens. So, of course, they wiped out all the Animancers. So, technically, in my playthrough, I didn't support it. Take that as you will. I think Fallout 3 is my favorite. I really like the music game playlist. Good. New Vegas was good, too, though. Yeah, I enjoy Fallout 3. Didn't enjoy Fallout 4 nearly as much, but I enjoyed Fallout 3. And to me, Fallout New Vegas was amazing. Nowadays, I'm making modded builds in both Skyrim and Fallout 4. I haven't played Skyrim in so long. Sooner or later, I'll probably play the Sky Oblivion, and then maybe after I finish that, I'll be in the mood to revisit Skyrim again. Fallout 4 was good, but I think I would mod it too much, and I just made it ridiculous. The shamans that have the least to do, it's like low wizards. Yeah, I heard that a lot of people don't like the shamans. I think the party that I'm going to roll with, I haven't met the Blitz character. I know there's some sort of Blitz party member you meet. But the troll, the cold woman, and there was one other person whose name escapes me right now. They're probably who's going to run with me. It's good so far, like the XCOM style of gameplay mixed with what's basically a friendship building game. I love the combat, did not like the dialogue. But I hope you enjoy it. Still I don't know what they're going for with the Fallout 4 dialogue. Therefore, I'd always choose the Institute. Best and cleanest place to live. I sided with the Institute once because I thought the story with the leader of the Institute was really, really cool. But usually who I side with were whatever that first group you meet, who's basically the guys trying to defend everybody and stand up for them. I think that's who I usually side with.
Crookspur is a blight on the archipelago. I pray that Ngati drags the island down with both claws.
I agree 100%, Damas. I agree. The base game for New Vegas was better, but Fallout 3 has some fantastic DLC. When you play the Fallout games, will you be willing to use mods? Like with Baldur's Gate, I have plenty of mod recommendations. Yeah, for Fallout 3, probably. What? Yeah, the Minutemen. That's who I usually side with. Yeah, Argo. I'll probably be willing to use mods.
What say?
I came to discuss your slaver problem.
What say?
Master,
If those parasites drew their final breaths, I would hear of it.
Master Kua is dead. His business is finished.
While Onakaza plays at diplomacy, we are the spear in the guts of our enemies. I have come to expect troubling news from outsiders. Today is no different, but at least you bring me a tale for my grandchildren.
Do you like Blitz as a party member? I read a couple of things where people said they did not enjoy him at all. Nodding to herself, Rosari looks you up and down, weighing something unspoken.
Tell Onakaza that the Wahaki accept her authority. If the time comes when she needs to show foreigners the breadth of her power, we will be there. The hospitality of the Wahaki is yours. Respect our ways, and cause no trouble.
Excellent. Okay, where's that other dude? I swear there was some sort of quest you were supposed to finish here.
Again, you interrupt.
Tangara.
Outsider.
Huh.
Unlike Barapo, I do not use this as a term of offense, I say.
Tangara gives you a pleasant smile.
We do not see many visitors on Oreo Koiki. Those who come seldom leave.
You said that outsiders don't tend to leave Oreo Kuiki?
They come asking our Ranga to show her belly in surrender. Instead, she shows them their guts at the end of a spear.
Tangara grins and makes a thrusting motion with both hands. What are your thoughts on Barapo?
How he fills our home with the stink of his burnt offerings.
Tangara wrinkles his nose and waves his hand into the spelling motion.
A rational mystic burns incense or candles, but Barapo burns koiki, rotten meat, and bundles of hair. Nothing is spared his flame if it appeases the gods.
Barapo told me that your construct had fallen on hard times.
Akira, he talks too much. A valuable lesson about animancy, I say. There is quality and there is cheap, but never both.
Tangara sighs, patting one of his pockets to the jingling of a few shells.
The rust bucket does not follow my instructions and ignores my command words.
I can take a look at the construct for you.
I am appreciating the offer, but it is better if I learn how to operate my degraded friend.
Turn my Fallout 4 into a zombie apocalypse, lure zombies everywhere, and if you get B, there's a chance of you being infected and turning into a zombie. Whenever you die, you reanimate as a zombie. It makes things very interesting. That's awesome, right? New Vegas had an alien weapon called the Fire Lance. Oh, okay. Interesting. So it wasn't just Fallout 4 that had alien weapons. I don't remember getting the alien weapon in New Vegas. Blitz isn't the smartest man. Interesting. Blitz is a well-written character, but he is an annoying person that doesn't fit in with the rest of the party, in my opinion. Interesting. Okay, so it really is to my advantage that if I don't have to bring him. Nice. Slandered, would you ever give any consideration to playing a Soul-style game on stream? I mean, so here's the thing. I don't have the best, hand-eye coordination, and while I have no problems with challenging fights in a real-time game, challenging fights are obviously much more difficult. So I play it, but I probably wouldn't be any good at it. So I don't know if I'd ever do like a full playthrough. My understanding is that Elden Ring, or Elder Ring, whatever it's actually called, is actually a very, very good Dark Souls game for a player new to their type of games to jump into. So sooner or later, we will do a playthrough, and even if it's not a full playthrough, at least like a few sessions where I'll just see what the hype is all about. So to answer your question, yes, at some point we'll do that. It's just that there are a bunch of games in front of that first. Like, I want to finish the Baldur's Gate games. I want to do Wasteland 3. I want to finish the Pillar series, obviously. We got some new games coming out this year. And then even when we finish that first wave, after that, my next focus is going to be getting through the Dragon Age series. So Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, and Dragon Age Inquisition. And then after that, it'll probably be time for Mass Effect 5 to come out, hopefully. So we might be getting into the Mass Effect series and going through that. So I've got a whole bunch of games that, like, in my head that I really, really, really want to hit. But at some point, we'll reach a time where I've cleared all that list. And then it'll just be about, okay, I'm down for whatever. What do we want to play? Elden Ring could absolutely be one of them.
I would be a poor host if the ironclad thing decided to remove your skin.
He chuckles, but the humor doesn't quite reach his eyes. Metaphysics. If there's a problem with its logical reckoning, there's no danger of it misunderstanding, just failing to understand. Pursing his lips, Tangara looks grudgingly impressed.
Akira, then consider yourself free to tinker away at my rusted doll. Here, the command words. They do me little good.
He passes you a tattered scroll and shrugs, smiling wanly. Elden Ring is very good. Awesome. Yeah, I've heard good things about it. Quite like Blitz's personal quest, but it doesn't paint him in anything approaching a positive or even competent light. Okay, interesting. Going Samurai and Elden Ring is a great choice for new players like me. Did feel particularly difficult. Whenever I do play Elden Ring, I'm definitely going the summoner route. I love summoners in all games, and if I'm going to play a game that's extremely difficult, I'm at least going to play with a play style that I actually enjoy. Oh, that's right. People keep bringing up Neverwinter Nights too. I'm going to play Neverwinter Nights 2 at least for a couple hours on my own to see how I feel about it first. And then if I like it, if I'm good with it, then we'll stream it. Like now, I feel comfortable. I could stream the Shadowrun games, or at least Shadowrun Dragonfall. Just those couple of hours alone, let me know. I'd be comfortable with that, no problem. I don't know if I'm comfortable streaming Neverwinter Nights 2. We'll see. Be interesting to see you play. We expect you to be great as long as you don't break anything. I think it would be fun. Sounds good. We'll probably end up doing it sooner or later. So yeah, ME games are my favorite. The Mass Effect series is definitely some of my favorite games. I have no desire to play games that will cause stress. I enjoy what I enjoy. Elden Ring can kick rocks. And that's why I've never bothered to play the Dark Souls games before, because I'm all about stories, dialogue, and party members. That's the other thing too. I absolutely prefer games where I have a party with me. So it's not really the challenge, it's just that it's focusing on the things that are least important to me in games. But at some point again, we're going to clear out a lot of the games that focus on what I want to do, and then it'll just be about, okay, what's left that we really want to play. Anton, what's going on, man? How are you? The construct trembles and rattles, its vacant gaze wandering without purpose. Habit and routine are seemingly the only forces keeping it upright. Metaphysics, tap into the soul energy at the construct's core. The construct abruptly hardens its bearing and turns to you, standing at attention. Its conflicting constructions from too many masters has led to the rapid degeneration of this construct's short-term memory. Wipe the construct's memory. You draw out the babbling, incoherent mess of instructions received over the years. The construct trembles throughout the procedure. The construct now stands at ease, regarding its surroundings with fresher clarity. Maybe you'll prove useful later. Leave. And then Tangera. Okay, that's it. All right, now I remember what you could do. If you wanted to turn against these people because you were going to turn against Awana, you could set up this construct to kill them. You could rig a bomb at the prayer station, and then it would make it easier to wipe out everybody else. That's what it is. That's what it is. But even though we are going to turn against Awana, I'm not that much of a bastard, so we're going to let them live. It's okay. Anyone played Arcanum? Also, just some old CRPGs, though. Didn't like the Baldur's Gate games. I've never played Arcanum, but I keep hearing about it. So actually, when we did the poll for the members, that was one of the games I put in the list. But Kingmaker won out. But that's absolutely one of the games that I plan to play. That and Planescape Torment, since you mentioned older CRPGs. Those are two old CRPGs that I've never played before that people keep bringing up to me. So I definitely plan to get into them both. But I think I'll end up having to do them on my own because considering all the stuff coming out this year, I think our streaming schedule is going to be packed. And then as far as the member stuff, even when we get done with Kingmaker, I don't know if that's the kind of game that would win the poll. You know, we'll see. I love the Souls games personally, but I really don't think they would fit your streaming style. That's what I figured. I beat all the Dark Souls and Elden Ring. I enjoy difficult games, but a lot of people have not beat any of the Dark Souls games. Yeah, for me, Fury, I enjoy clearing a really, really hard challenge or hurdle if it then gets me to a really incredible story beat. Like if you're able to romance the villain in Kingmaker, to me that was one of the most satisfying experiences I've ever had in the game, because it was so difficult to get her on your side, and then it gives you an ending that is not possible otherwise. So it's stuff like that I really enjoy. But just having a hard fight and finishing a hard fight, it doesn't really do it for me as an overall game experience. Like in a moment, it does it for me. Like in Pillars of Eternity, my hardest fight was probably against whatever the lich mage was. Like, I really enjoyed finally overcoming that fight, especially since I didn't even cheese it. I fought him straight up. And so, you know, stuff like that is cool, but it's not somewhere the entire game can be based around that. You know, that doesn't do it for me. Right, Underrail. Alabas, what's going on? How are you? Yeah, Underrail is another one that people keep mentioning also that I definitely have to try out. I think now we could go back to Nekataka, right? I believe. Hope so. So let's go there. I voted Arcanum. I hear it's a pain to get working, though, so no hard feelings if you can't get it to run smoothly. I mean, we'll figure it out. I'm sure there's somebody who's been able to get it to run smoothly, so I'm not worried about that part. Whoa. Oh, this is near those islands. James, what's going on? Yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, please press the like button. I would really appreciate it. It helps bring the stream to more people. Oh, that's right. They got the fire giants. That's who you're supposed to face when we go to that island. Icewind Dale will always hold a special place in my heart as far as older CRPGs. I love creating my whole party up front and having my own headcanon when moving through the story. See, I considered that because on the one hand, I was like, I probably wouldn't enjoy that because Icewind Dale is another game that I felt was all about combat. And so that's not really my focus. But on the other hand, I kind of thought to myself, it's almost like Solasta, right? And Solasta was really cool. I did enjoy playing Solasta, so maybe it's something I should check out. Mythical, what's going on, man? Not too much. We just got through Crookspur Island. Console hot. Yeah. Yeah, the hammer spell. Love that. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You know, it was satisfying to be able to deal with that challenge, and then you got a really nice spell out of it. That was cool. That was definitely cool. I just ignored. I remember looking at the movement in Dark Soul and seeing how the story was told, and I just ignored everything after that. Yeah, and you all can already tell I'm not really the type of creator where I play a game just because it's popular. You know, it has to be something that's in my lane. Like everybody and their mama was playing Elden Ring. I had no problems, no hesitation about completely ignoring it because I looked at it and I was like, this doesn't. I'm not really sure that it's in the wheelhouse of games that I usually like to play, so I'm not gonna play it. So, you know, I don't have any reservations about that. Life is too short to play games you're not really enjoying. But then again, once again, I've never played them before, so I don't know that I wouldn't enjoy it. So that's why I'm willing to give it a chance. Mr. Dale is great, but your time is better served with other games. The Bloodborne DLC bosses are probably my top gameplay experience of all time. Yeah, people love talking about Bloodborne. Can't wait till you do the Poison Warlock build or the Time Warlock in Solasta. Yeah, I don't know. You know, Solasta, because the story doesn't grab me that much, I'm not motivated to do builds for it like that. You know, I'm really looking forward to when we get a new game with a great story where I could dive in and do some builds for it again. Because the only game that's come out that I felt that strongly about was Wrath of the Righteous. I don't think there's any other game. I haven't done a build for another game yet. So when Baldur's Gate 3, when Rogue Trader, when games like that start coming out, I'm going to be really happy because then I'll do builds again. And who knows, maybe I'll do builds for Shadowrun. The blank sand stretched toward the thin line of the sea on the horizon, broken on occasion by jagged stone spires that jut from the earth. You notice movement among a jumbled group of rocks ahead. A group of Eoden are lounging among the stone pillars. One of the two-headed beasts drowses, its eyes closed, its chins drooping against its wiry-haired chest. A second sits upright in the sun, covering its legs in sand. It pats the sand, packing it with its heavy palm. Though it seems engrossed in its efforts, you suspect that its four eyes provided excellent peripheral vision. A third beast scratches his back with a broom, yawning with one cavernous mouth as the other snores quietly. You don't see any other Eoden, but there could be others lurking among the stone spires. Observe the Eoden. The third Eoden's waking head glowers at its dozing head and slaps it with the broom. With a snort, the second head blinks to wakefulness and growls. The Eoden's free hand slaps the first head. The two heads growl at one another, but from this distance, you can't make out exactly what they are saying. Continue watching. The Eoden in the sand laughs at the Eoden with the broom, pointing at it with a thick finger. The latter climbs to its feet and trudges over to the Eoden standing in the sand, who only laughs louder. The Eoden with the broom growls down at the Eoden in the sand, and then begins sweeping the sand off its legs, inducing a yelp of rage. Which mythic path do you feel like has the most impact and choices dialogue-wise for Wrath of the Righteous? I think that's kind of hard to say. I mean, I guess probably between Angel and Demon, because they're the ones that are most tightly wrapped into the main story. So if you really want to feel like your mythic path is impactful with the journey that you're going through, those are probably the best ones. I think when it comes to Dark Souls and Bloodborne, caught my eye was the artwork. Fantastic. Now you're ahead of me in Pillars of Eternity 2, and I can't keep up due to injuries, so I'm going to head off. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Take care, Demas. Glad you're able to make it for a little while, man. Hope you heal up soon. All right, now, hurts a moment, and this dang weather here in Arkansas can't make up his mind. Sorry to hear that, dude. What medication do you take for arthritis? Can't wait for Bloodborne is great. Can't wait for Baldur's Gate 3. The EA is early access already also. The full game will be mind-blowing. Not to bet you can play a known barb and have your partner throw you into combat. Just epic. Yeah, I saw that. Aeon is an awesome option as well. Definitely. Any thought on Colony ship? I keep looking at it, but I hate starting anything early access. So the thing is, Colony ship was created by the same company that made Age of Decadence. So a lot of people played that game, and now they're excited for Colony ship. I haven't played that game. So because of it, I'm only excited about Colony ship because it's a CRPG sci-fi game. I'm not excited because I really trust the developer or know the developer. So I can't really comment, to be honest with you. Inflammatory medicine. Ah, okay, interesting. I'm still not convinced BG3 isn't just DOS 3. I mentioned that in one of my community messages, and people were smacking me on the hand, basically saying that that's just what everybody says, but in reality, the game is very different from Divinity Original Sin, etc., etc. I'll withhold judgment until we actually play it, but honestly, that's part of the reason we're going to play Divinity Original Sin 2 this year, so that we can have a fresh experience and be able to compare that to what Baldur's Gate 3 is like. Continue watching. We rouse the two Eoden grow louder, waking the third Eoden as it blinks sleep from its eyes. Those beady orbs light directly on you. When enraged howl, it struggles to its feet. The other Eoden turn their attention to you. Food, they roar in unison. The creature stomped towards you. Oh, okay, I guess I was supposed to go ahead and sneak up on them. My bad. Same. For what I saw, still looks like everything I didn't like about DOS. 90% of fights come down to who makes barrel go boom first. So, what did you dislike about Divinity Original Sin 2? Wow. Disturbing. Ooh, and let's give this another try. See if we can get y'all down on the ground. Get down on the flow. There we go. No. You come back over here. There we go. Let's keep him up. Yep, there we go. Now we deal with him. If you don't have Mass Effect Legendary Edition, it's 75% on Steam. It's only $50 you to have in your library. I recommend it. Yep. I played Mass Effect 1, and then we went halfway through a playthrough of Mass Effect 2. And actually, that's right when I decided to stop doing the episodic playthroughs on my channel. But buying the game was absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. Mm-hmm. Smack him back indeed. All right. Clear up the battleground. Ba, 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 ba. All right, since we're here, might as well go ahead and do. Oh, wait. There's a little bit of gold there. What's that? What's that about? Why is it? I was about to say, I'm not crazy. I see something over there. Almost missed that. Before you rises a steep mountainside. Rubble and scrub brush block your path, but boulders and areas of erosion might also provide you with ample handholds. Scale the mountainside. You begin an arduous climb up the side of this mountain. Soon you come across a small, flat ledge on the mountainside. You pull yourself over the edge. A Naga in colorful regalia stands on the ledge, arms raised over a dilapidated totem. The Naga catches sight of you and rears back, letting out a long, high-pitched hiss. Throw an explosive at the totem. Oh, well. I've lost a cinder bomb. Oh, did he injure himself? A horde of bats bursts from small holes in the mountainside. Aleph fails to duck in time and takes the bats head on. Aleph tumbles to the ground and lands hard on a pail of jagged rocks. The Naga begins to chant in a deep, lisping voice. Screeching bats with smoldering wings swarm in a cloud over your head, then descend upon you. Yep. Oh, wow. Hey, but your mythic path is a golden fire dragon. Yeah, those don't have to be consistent. Oh, crap. Intense heat. Oh, I wonder if I have to rest to get those thrown off. Oh, wow. And he's above my level. Oh, this is going to be absolutely interesting. All right, you do that. You. Did I already say you? You deal with them. You. And you know what? We're not gonna wait. There we go. There we go. That helps. Ooh, they really don't like him. They really don't appreciate the way. Oh, God dog it. That was brutal. All right. What do you have going on here? Yeah, something tells me they're not big fans of ice. Something tells me they are not big fans of ice at all. Yeah. They don't like ice. They don't like ice at all. Mm-mm. It's already almost 12 a.m. for moi. Yep, me too. I'm sad that more games don't allow you to play as one team. My favorite race in D&D. Really? Why? I'll settle for Nagas. Everything I fought in Pillars of 22 seemed to be above my level when I arrived in places. Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to it. So it's really easy for you to run into something that's way above you. That's one of the things I appreciate about DOS too. Like the areas all had a consistent level. Like you would have a map and then level 12's here, level 10's here, level 11's here. So like it's all kind of in the same general area. So if you ran into something and you knew it was too much for you, okay, turn on back around. And wait, it says climb the mountain. Could I go higher? Oh, there's a cave. Okay. Ooh. It was all segmented very cleanly. I really appreciated that. By the way, Green Thief, glad you're able to join the stream. That's a show. So I keep hearing amazing things about The Last of Us show. I have not watched it because I hate watching shows week by week. So I'm waiting until there's like 3 or 4 episodes, and then I'll give it a shot.
I'm here, indeed.
We'll
Trouble up ahead.
I guess we'll do it this way. Why give you high ground against us? Or is that the right way to think about it? Maybe it's not. Ooh, actually. Oh, yeah. There we go. Moo. Oof. Yeah. Strategy could have been a little bit better there. Oh, well. Etta, why are you running around? Don't run around. And here we go. Yep. Oh, wow. Maya's down, too. Not good. Yep. Definitely could have had better strategy here. But we're here. It is what it is. Let's try it again.
No can do.
This is futile.
There we go. Strategy was definitely lacking here.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Right. And because Maya's in here, our attack has went down significantly. Excellent. And there we go. Okay. He will not the OP passive. My favorite two deity races are the fallen Ashamar and the water Ganassi. Thinking pillars returning to the removal of per rest spells help with that. Comfortability returning when I found myself hoarding spells I didn't need until I reminded myself I could go ham each fight. Yep. Definitely helped. On third episode as of Wednesday. Okay, so I'll probably check it out with my wife this weekend. You are sticking the butt. Watch the last one. I'm not a stick in the butt. I just hate the week to week thing. Like I watch something and it ends on this crazy cliffhanger, and then I gotta wait a whole week before I see the resolution of that cliffhanger. I hate it. More? Are you serious? Oh, and of course he's crazy over leveled. All right, well, we're not gonna do this the way we did it before.
Yeah? Well, don't see why not. This thing isn't doing the job.
Yep, there we go. All right, now. Much better. See, Eder can handle it. And here, in the meanwhile, why don't you do this?
Might as well be hitting the water.
Dude, deal with the trap. I keep clicking on the trap. Why are you not dealing with the trap? Can you not deal with traps? Okay, fine. Why are you running over there? There we go. All right, here.
Not exactly my area of expertise.
Woo! He sent that sword through somebody. That was ugly. Cheers for calling night. Take care, Jonathan. Have a good one. I'm so happy having a show I got to wait for. Burnt on binging shows and having nothing to watch. Well, then awesome. I'm glad you got something you're enjoying. That's the fun of it. Charging my phone right now, 94%. Awesome. Heat radiates from the statue in scorching waves. All right. I think we're good. And is that the end of the mountain? Hey, look at that. Awesome. Fire Mountain. All right. Oh, that's right. We need to go back and talk with that cartographer. Okay. Ashen Mom is where we're supposed to go. And it's clear we were not heading in the right direction to get there. No. Mogren's Teeth. Apparently that's a new area. And let's just go ahead and do a full save before we get there. To me, DOS 2 was gimmicky in a way I didn't like. Going full martial or full magic being more efficient and effective than a mix I didn't like. Got you. Yep, that's absolutely true. You definitely want to go one or the other. So pretty sure I'm probably going to go the magic route when I play. Thick smoke, black as death, plums from the peak of a rumbling volcano, the largest in the chain of mountains that makes up Mogren's Teeth. A serrated fissure gapes in the mountainside, deep and dark, but intermittently lit by a red-hot glow. The cavernous opening is too narrow for Normandy to sail through. The skip sways tumultuously in the superheated water the closer you row to the cave's cracked opening. Lava burbles down the mountainside, scorching rivers that disappear into the dark blue sea. Inside the rock face, the sound of churning magma grows louder, and the air warms around you, beating sweat along your brow. All right. Boom.
This where Gone stormed through? At least the docks are still intact.
At least the docks are still intact.
Ah, isn't this charming?
The burned remains of these prisoners wear the tatters of sailors' garb. And the giant maps with no real hubs made the world feel empty to me. The game felt like one giant encounter. That's interesting. That's interesting. So actually, I'm a huge fan of hubs, and I agree that DOS 2 didn't really give you a great one. It didn't have that central city that you could hang your hat on. That's true. The hull of this longboat has been varnished with a flame-resistant amalgam. Though ashen, the skin of this dead giant remains hot to the touch. And you weren't, even in the cities it had, you weren't safe in them. Like, there were fights everywhere. Yeah, I understand what you mean when you say that. Damn, I forgot about this. This is so cool. Slumped against the stones of the bridge, a giant clutches at his bashed-in chest. It's a mess of sinew and black and iron bones, fiery blood flickering between his splayed fingers. Thickly rasping a breath, the warrior lifts his heated gaze to your face.
Extinguished or crushed, us all, Defiler.
There's an overhaul maul that changes how the armor works. How does it change it? I'm glad you're able to join the stream, Carefree RPG. Alchemy, mercy killed by a Ooh, wait. I need to get to Aethys. What happened to you?
Damned reaper of souls and god of lies. Mogren's most foul enemy.
More blood fire licks from the Rothoon's cracked chest, slowly charring his arm. I need to get to Aethys.
Servants of the Defiler god. Damn you.
He chokes, liquid fire trickling from his lips. Alchemy, mercy killed by administration of poison. Drink this and rest easy. He closes ember-hot eyes, a relieved sigh rushing from his chest as you brew up and then tip a vial of poison to his lips. The icy, slushy mixture takes effect immediately, dousing his flames with a sweep of hoarfrost through his veins. It leaves his face cold and ashen and dead.
Well, that was worth doing, even if we got nothing in return.
Shodi swings her lantern back and forth over the warrior's body until a large, shimmering cloud of essence sifts up and into her lantern. She grunts, the lantern dipping in her hand as if heavier momentarily. I would say during Act 2, I pickpocket everyone everywhere, so I can get pretty overpowered and rich pretty fast. It's nice, but it's a little monotonous and time-consuming. I don't remember if I did a lot of pickpocketing when I played that game. Usually I don't. But I might have. I know I picked up everything. But money is extremely important in that game. This windlass is far too massive and heavy for a kit to
Nothing
operate.
good comes from this much quiet.
Seems like we should have had a level up by now, but maybe I'm wrong. Is there? I also don't know if there's a level cap for this game or not.
Another deprived of the ever. Kith trespasses in the goddess's maw? But how?
Incensed, the giant warrior hulks. Her thick muscles twitch, red markings glowing hotly against her ashen skin.
You must seek to follow in your defiler god's footsteps. You will not, for I will smite you where you stand.
Bellowing, she hefts a massive sword overhead. But a second giant slams the half of his iron staff into the warrior's hard-muscled stomach, abruptly halting her attack.
Hold, Sega! I would speak to this filthy minion of the wretched god Aethys.
The mod combines the two bars into one, but provides extra damage reduction to your attacks or resistances to certain damage types. Ah, that's interesting. That's an interesting way to do it. I don't know if I would use that mod. That could change things up a little bit.
Before you char his bones to dust.
Hey, the god in that statue bid me to meet him here. I've come to speak with him.
You must possess an unfathomable power to have kindled the interest of such a giant.
He cants his head, broad fingers scratching at the rivets of his helm.
Yet you imply you do not serve him.
The first giant's grip turns white-knuckled on the hilt of her sword. Her muscles strain and the metal quivers in her hand.
Rakir, move! We cannot allow these intruders to live.
Rakir, the Rathon word for an unblooded warrior. Again, she thrusts the sword high. With a shrug of his meaty shoulders, he steps aside. Metaphysics. Aethys has consumed your warrior's very souls, but I faced him before and am still standing. Shoulders taut with tension, the warrior eyes the strewn corpses of his fellow Rathun at arms. They lie dried like husks siphoned off their souls. He places a hand out to hold the warrior's back. He studies you intently.
You would face us in battle rather than flee? I like your mettle. Kith who does not cower before Margren's greatest warriors. We have not yet defeated the embodied god, but that does not mean we won't. The Drotiger is readying another assault from within the Jagged Keep as we speak.
The Bathor. The equivalent of a warlord. The title is bestowed upon the most skilled warrior among the Rathun, a position carried through battle.
I will permit you to scamper closer to God's face, if you believe you can survive. Scurry deeper into the maw, but know that my brethren may squash you.
I have a man who right now will be okay, but I've added so many different enemies and more spawns to those enemies, so it becomes one giant mess when it's what's on the element side effects and blood everywhere. The inventory management is a nightmare. I'm moving at a snail's pace through the campaign. It's hilarious. How can I reach Aethys?
All who near the intruder god were gutted until extinguished. You think your soul could last even half so long as Rathun's?
Take care, Boss Page. Have a good night, man.
Maybe the Kiths will last longer.
She snorts, but the other warrior ignores her, answering in her stead.
Only Margren's shrine without Jagged Keep can lead you to the Defiler God. Kith, if Margren wishes you to face him, surely she will fire the way.
I worry Margren plans to erupt this volcano. If you stay, you'll die. He hefts his meaty shoulders in a heavy shrug.
Our duty is foremost to Margren. We guard the maw to its fiery end.
You plan to attack Aethys?
First, we recover the wounded and their weapons. Drag them into the Jagged Keep.
He nods.
And then we will kill a god.
Smacking the head of his staff against his chest, he bears you a garish grin. Farewell.
Help me with the bodies, but this time gentle your grip.
It can't be helped, Rakir. These fallen are brittle.
Let's take a look.
Okay, so that's the way out. But there was something else we could do over here, right? So let's check that out first. No, no, no.
Reckon this is what happens when you try to keep a god from enacting his plans.
Ishi, now is the chance if you had any second thoughts about this place.
Primal flame. Oh, and a key. A rock slide has collapsed this section of the keep. Okay. Rough. He just literally stomped through them. Not cool. Not cool at all.
Should we be concerned about that?
Ain't the volcanoes in Mogren's Teeth supposed to be inactive? I got a bad feeling this one's waking up. Him in the lantern.
It's so cool the way you can see him in the background.
Trouble up ahead.
Certainly.
Ooh, snap. Only saw the little ones at first. That's not good. Not good at all. Yep. I need everybody on the ground, please. Everybody we could possibly get on the ground, I need them to be on the ground. Yep. Excellent. Now, you're the closest. Yep. Mm-hmm. There we go. Excellent. Much better. Much better, much better, much better. Boom, 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 boom. That. Some jewels. Deep gashes mar this Rathun's armor and flesh. Jagged keep. Lair of the ancient. The lair of the ancient. I guess we'll go there first. Oh, this was like some super difficult to deal with creature in there, right? That's so awesome the way you can see him in the background there. All right. I remember this. Somebody really annoying was in here. Mm-hmm.
Foes ahead.
Mm-hmm. Why aren't people moving? Oh, snap. He just came around. That's not cool. There we go. Excellent. Oh, whoops. They left something behind.
Him in the lantern.
Uh-oh. He waits in fire.
All right, that one felt more serious.
I don't like this, Captain.
Don't worry, we'll deal with it. What is her injury? Negative 25% healing and negative 15% max health. Okay, that's fine. It's not affecting her damage, so we don't have to really be in a hurry.
Aye, 'tis a right foul stench.
This place smells and feels like hell in the stories Uncle Engbert used to tell me to make me behave as a child.
A haze of soul essence sifts up like smoke from a corpse stored with heavy claw marks. Oddly, no blood pools beneath the body. The wounds have been cauterized. Reach for the soul. Hot to the touch, the essence slowly wafts through your fingers. Then you're tumbling down into the feverish sensation of a soul reed. You are a great champion, a Goliath among giants, your chest tight with pride. And now something darker, a strange dread. It flickers inside of you like the fires of a waking forge, because you know you are too soon to be tempered as you stare down upon the distant god, the defiler your brothers and sisters died to defeat but could not. who now gluts on the Adra spire, striking plans against Magrin. The iron chains that suspend the bridge beneath your feet drip blood and sweat. Weeping, the maul spans below, battered by the invader, the jagged keep now ever more apt in name. He cut a path to the spire and could not be stopped. He drank deeply from so many of you. The Brenthis watches beside you. She is fierce and will know what to do. She can hear Magrin within the flames. Brenthis, the Rathuan are led by their high priestess, the Brenthis, one of the few among the sect of warriors with the ability to hear Magrin's voice. Without further delay, she hastens you into the dragon's lair. She will call the beast, and it will ride with you into the assault. Inside, the cavern is dark and simmering. The Brenthis rushes ahead of you, despite your barked warning. Something is wrong. The heat roils against your skin, a whisper of death, dangerous rather than comforting. The Defiler god has riled the dragon. The Brenthis has raised her torque high, as if to collar the dragon. The light of it sheening her helm in the darkness. She's thundering. The time has come, Jada. Submit to Magrin's will. And the walls rumble from a sudden earthquake. No, from the beast's laughter. A shadow looms to your left, then scalding claws punch through your skin.
Rest now, warrior. Your soul is safe with me.
Shorty bows her head as she drags her lantern over the corpse from head to foot and back up again. When she reaches the Rathune's punctured chest, his soul lifts up from the body and drifts towards the lantern. With a shudder, it settles inside the copper cage. Yikes! You said, the hell am I obeying Margaret for? The jig is up. It's time for me to be free. The closer you near to the dimly lit essence that smolders over the Rathune's burnt corpse, the stronger you feel the soul's flickering confusion and grief. Ashen, crooked fingers clutch a still flaming torque, grasping the relic tightly even in death. Pry the torque from the priestess's hand. Twisting, the torque free cracks all three of the priestess' black and brittle fingers toward the Bethakin. This eternally burning torque was forged by Margaret and was bestowed upon the Rathun as a symbol of their submission to the goddess's will. Everflame. Reach for the soul. Rather than falling face forward into a vision of the Rathune's final memory, her last thoughts scream through your mind in a jumble of disjointed words and disbelief.
I am burning, I am burning, I am burning, and it is not in pleasure, not for Mother Margaret. I should have listened when she said nothing, but I was willing to die to reach the Everflame, to sacrifice them and everything to ash, to vanquish the Defiler. And I am burning, but not in the flame. Not with honor and eternity, but for a moment. I am disgraced.
Dig deeper into her final memory.
Who will lay the torque before the Mother to fire the way? Who is left? Who will guard the sacred spire, the Mother's mind? Who will descend the shrine to the Defiler's god's face? Not to these hands that are ashes sifting on a breath that is a last sigh.
Take care, Darth. Have a good night, man.
Life. Not to me and mine. Now she who was
I agree, James.
and befouled and forsaken by the flames, forsaken by Margaret.
She's in a bad way right now. She's down bad. With a final flicker, a last swift and violent shuddering, the soul dims and disintegrates.
Rest easy now, priestess. I'll harvest your soul and your torment too.
Coaxing the soul with a low and soothing voice, Shodi jiggles her lantern over the priestess's charred corpse. There's not much left after the trauma the soul endured, but a few glimmering motes whirl around the soft light before fading into the lantern. Hey, what's going on, Michael? How are you? Uh-oh.
Ain't she a beauty?
She could stand to be a little more direct, right? A creature of smoke and scales, embers and talons looms up from the darkness. Her back and ribs gleam luridly, red as the lake of fire that laps at her feet. She hisses, the sound like rocks grating together in her throat. And though her peeled back lips forms no words, you understand.
Who comes now to stoke the flames of chaos further?
Hey, by the way, she's burning. Thanks for the $2, Michael.
Have I not yet feasted enough? I suppose I can make room for another.
No.
Hey.
Can't be healthy.
Just realized how lucky we are to have never run across a sewer dragon.
Start with the bird. He's been complaining ever since we arrived.
Maya glares down at Ishiza, who cocks her head at her. A dry laugh crackles from the dragon's thick-scaled throat. The Rathun summoned you, so you attacked them?
We struck a deal. Eons ago. I did with a wily Brenthis. It's true these Rathun fed me exquisitely for so long. But today, they sought my wings like a firestorm to battle. My fangs like hot spears to pierce a god. I am the heart of the fire. I cannot be controlled. Not by a giant's weak will, and not by a sputtering trinket.
Bluff, great creature of the maw. You're not at least a bit curious as to why I've come to speak with you?
Did you now come to my den to entreat my attention?
She swivels her head to the side, studying you with a deadly intent.
I am listening. Bleat louder, little morsel.
Margaret would do anything to stop Aethys. If she erupts this volcano, you'll be destroyed along with it.
Should I believe the wretched words of a trespasser in my den? Even were it so, the fire feeds me. It can cause me no harm.
Believe me, dragon, I would not lie about such a grave matter.
Perhaps you speak the truth, and such may come to pass. Only fools die fighting the gods. I have lived for eons, and I will live for eons longer. I fly.
With a great heave, she slogs her body for the magma and takes to the sky. Nope, that doesn't work for me. I thought there was a way to convince her to throw herself at Aethys, but apparently there's not. Or if there is, I don't have the ability to unlock it. I love that design of her, though. She looks super cool.
No.
Just real.
And attack. Return to the wheel, creature. The dragon's rumbling laughter rattles the cavern's floor. Her wings quiver as she flexes to attack. Hey, we're not under-leveled. Oh, that didn't knock her down. Ooh. Now, see, that's a proper use of that fire ring, Shody. I appreciate that a great deal. That's actually useful. That's actually a great deal useful. Mm-hmm. And so it is. There we go. Oh, snap. I didn't even realize she was bringing in more people. How dare you? This is a one-on-one conversation. Excellent. Thought we would get some good XP off of that. And look, 3 of our party members. Ooh, yeah. Magma Dragon Gizzard Stone. I don't know what we use for that, but I'm sure it's something nice. Aldrich Blade of Captain Crow. Ooh, and it's a saber. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Very, very good stuff. Very, very good stuff out of that. Well worth it. Okay. And we can actually go in there, right? Okay, cool. So we're good. All right. Part 1 done. And now, head back to the other side.
I'll take care of this.
And see what's going on there. Insane.
You spend your whole life thinking you're a giant. And one day that fella shows up at your fortress.
That was awfully profound.
I was dying laughing the first time I heard him say that. I was like, I agree with Shody. That was really, really profound and accurate. Like, damn. You thought you were big, bad fire giants. Nothing was ever going to harm you. And then a freaking god just comes stomping through your castle and literally lifting up the souls of your brethren. Like, how unfair is life? Damn. Bethune Raider. Peeked at spotting you. The strapping warrior slams his shield against the floor, rattling the stones beneath your feet.
Scurriers in my keep. Make ready to be crushed, vermin of Eothas.
Show her the torque. Look here. I recovered this from your fallen Barinthus.
You felled her? And her dragon?
With a deep-chested growl, the warrior readies her sword to strike. No, it was the dragon who killed her, not me. She stills, red scrawls in her skin flickering as she grimly appraises you. A muscle ticks in her jaw, but finally she sheathes her sword.
Then the Bafor will decide your fate. He awaits at the back of the keep.
And I assume he's in the direction that you just ran. So I'll head to the side first then. Let's go this way. It's over here. No. Yep.
I'll have this open in no time.
Requires lock picking.
I've done it.
What's in here?
Would you look at that?
Oh, whoops. Whoops. A rock slide has collapsed this section of the keep. Oh. Sacrifice. Okay, so they're not gonna attack me
Just the thing. It's
since I showed the torque. Neither are they, apparently. Okay, cool. The blades of these weapons have warped after prolonged exposure to the lava's heat. I wonder if I'm losing out on experience by doing things this way, but whatever. It's not like I'm hard up for experience. I'm really, really curious if there's a level cap. I honestly
Now
don't
is not
remember.
the time to start molting. I'm stressed too.
And then over here. There we go. What's going on? Ooh, ooh. There. Camera, what's going on, man? How are you? Ooh, key. Okay. And just about. Okay. Excellent. Okay, nothing else there. Come back over here.
Click here in the sky.
Level cap is 20. I'm at level 16, so I still got a while to go. Okay, cool. I couldn't remember if there was a level cap. Oh! Yeah, dog it. Wait, that didn't even look like the end. What? I can't complain on camera, other than me being sick as a dog today. Otherwise, I'm all good. I have, because I got the friendly torque from the other side, they don't attack. So they might still attack me in the end, though. Why is it the trap coming up? There we go. Why? It literally made me get like right in front of it. There we go. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Why? They said you're supposed to head to the back and you would see it. I'm so confused now. Wait, did I actually go in the armory? Bethune Flamecaller, Raider, Fanatic. I am confused. I am confused. Fanatic, Flamecaller, Raider. Yeah, none of these are the big boss. And I can't go any further back here, so not that way. Oh, here we go. There's a door right there. Whoops. Cooked teriyaki chicken with veggies is my main dish for the week. Nice. I've had for the past 2 weeks, I've been switching off between salmon and chicken.
Nice and quiet.
It's been working out well thus far.
Supposing this volcano blows, what are the odds any of us but Gone survives it?
Low.
We should move quickly.
Ooh, look at that design.
Fury burning in her eyes. What a hateful.
When the warlord spots you, his shoulders stiffen and he reaches for the mace strapped to his back.
Kith, how is it you have come to be here? Nay, it is of little matter.
I'm not here to fight you.
Your words hold no weight, Kith. Rathun decide their own battles.
His words boom from behind his helm without falter, yet he does not strike. With a raised hand, he signals his warriors to wait. Diplomacy. There's no reason for us to fight when we can be of aid to each other instead. He scrubs a hand over the front of his helm, apparently weighing your words.
I concede to your point. For the time being, Aethys deserves death, not words. The Defiler God has brought war to Ashen Moor in revenge against Margaret and her Rathun.
The warlord regards you hotly, fire sweat dripping down his neck. His surrounding warriors clanging their weapons against their chest or the floor, clamoring for blood.
What is your relation to Aethys, if not to act with him against Margaret?
Barath wills that I intervene with Aethys.
Mere Kith are seldom agents of such a powerful deity. If you have no plans to defend the Defiler God, then we've no quarrel with you, Kith. We are prepared to assault Aethys at the base of the moor.
The warlord gestures to the shrine of Mogren behind him.
The shrine will lower us to the sacred Ardra pillar, where the embodied god now gluts himself.
Let me through. I'll speak with Aethys and convince him to leave this place.
Even if I believed you, I cannot do such a thing.
He shakes his head, his eyes burn, fiercely intent.
We guard the sacred depths of the maw. None may freely enter. Thus the shrine lies dormant, locked without the talk of befacton.
He shoves his shoulders back with pride.
Our high priestess. The Brenthis is the talk's rightful bearer, but she has yet to return to the keep.
I found your Brenthis. She's dead.
Then it is as I feared, and as I felt. Her flames have been extinguished. I do not share the Brenthis' ability to commune with Margaret, but I must believe the goddess would will us to fight. We must make a final stand.
I have the torque.
I heard shouts of your triumph preceding you. It would seem you are unparalleled among your kind. And mine. What became of the ancient? Jorda Fairless? Triumph will be nigh impossible without her.
What makes you think something happened to her?
Face beat red, Shodi chokes, pounding on her chest as she struggles for air.
Oh, who needs some old lizard anyway?
The warlord tilts his head as if considering the true meaning to your companion's reaction. Growing distrustful, he tightens his grip on his mace.
You will answer me, Kith, without trickery or lies.
He glowers, impatient. The dragon is dead.
Impossible! A flame as bright as the ancients cannot be so easily extinguished.
He shakes his head grimly. I'm not gonna lie, I killed her.
I was a fool for trusting you. Have you any fathom of the doom you have wrought us? You shall explain, or forthwith perish on the end of my mace.
I agree, Michael. I love this map. I love these characters. I think this is the only place where you face these fire giants, other than the ship that you find. And I love the design of all of it. I think it's awesome. The beast killed the Brenthis and your warriors. I avenged them.
The ancients attacked them?
Flames rise from the simmering lines in his skin as the warlord takes a breath.
The dragon could be fierce and unrelenting indeed, but I trusted the Brenthis' power would command the beast. How disturbing and unfortunate. She would have been a mighty ally against Aethys. We've no choice. Despite the odds, we'll attack without either's strength.
He shakes his head, the motion grave.
If this is to be our last stand, we must prepare ourselves, either for victory or for sacrifice. Lest Margaret forsake us for our failures. You've earned the right to Fire Shrine with the talk of the Ether Flame. But we cannot join you as yet in facing the Defiler.
Farewell. All right. Massive chains hold the weight of the shrine's conveyable platform. You stand before the shrine of Margaret, goddess of flame and war. Lifting your eyes, fiery motes begin to streak across your vision as you stare into the imposing cast of her likeness. For the span of a single breath, everything falls eerily silent. The Rethune behind you fade away. Flames to either side of you flicker higher, dancing without sound, but the heat is real, licking at your skin. Then metal groans as Margaret's statue bends her head to you in greeting.
Watcher, the time does not allow for niceties.
Her words flow like lava from her lips, like the trails that burble hotly from her eyes.
Even now, Aethys gains strength from the spire. What progress have you to report?
The Rethune are preparing a final assault against Aethys.
Then they will burn to ash and return to the mud kiln from whence they came.
She leans forward, the copper of her corded arms gleaming from the blustering flames. She tugs her sword free from her plinth, and the entire shrine shudders with heat.
Presently, I shall erupt this volcano, and with it, consume Aethys. I suggest you retreat if you at all value your mortal form.
Do you not care about the Rethune at all?
I formed the Rethune to serve, to ward against Kith in order to safeguard Ukaizo. Now they have served me. Their sacrifice is not without honor, as yours, too, will be. Fare thee on, Watcher. My condolences, should you die.
She inclines her head once more in a stalwart farewell. An avatar of the goddess flashes over the imposing statue before you. As the image fades, her absence leaves the shrine cold and deathly silent. Interact with the shrine. A statue of Magrin towers above you. Bloodied and battle-ready, the goddess clutches both sword and shield. At the base of the statue, a rectangular iron-slatted altar rests between two unlit braziers. Place the torque on the altar. The braziers on either side of the altar flare to life, red-hot flames shooting high before settling into a steadier, softer burn within the bowels. Lava eddies beneath iron grating in the floor, heating the soles of your feet, while the statue itself seems to wake, metal groaning, rasping as the shrine moves. Pillars locations are always so good looking, so much atmosphere. Yep. I think they do a great job with it. I think I'm a nice person, but I really don't think I'm above straight up bullying Obsidian to making Pillars 3. Man. I think first we have to do our part to make sure Avowed does well. And then as long as it does well, yeah, I don't think they have any excuse. I even saw 2 bowls of teriyaki beef chow mein. Man! Are you all with the teriyaki? This is making me want some Chinese food. Descend into the depths of Ashen Maw. With a squeal of metal against metal, the entire floor drops a stomach lurching 5 feet. Chains clang like the toll of a bell as they catch, pounding against the time-worn gears. Then the shrine begins steadily lowering into the maw. As the shrine cranks lower into the maw, Aethys' colossal Adra-carved dome, neck, and shoulders slowly emerge into view. This close, the god rises up like a mountain, larger than you ever remember having seen him. Energy vibrates from his massive body, and a cacophony of mutterings and shouts from the souls whirling within it slams into you, nearly knocking you from your feet. Durance actually meeting Magrin would have been amazing. Amazing.
You're certain he wanted us all to come?
Don't be a pansy. Come on now.
Have you ever seen anything so awe-inspiring? Behold the power of my god.
Ooh.
Watcher, I wasn't sure you'd make it. But there is enough of you in me to grasp that you had a better chance than most. Some would say it's because you have a strong soul. Great deeds come easily to one so spiritually blessed.
47 degrees? That is not a great sleeping temperature for me. Good Lord.
Or have you become great because of what has been thrust upon you? Watcher of Cadnua, Herald of Berith, Hound of Aethys.
Oh my god. You really, this can't.
I see you, Shoti. I am glad that we could meet, even if it is under quite unpleasant circumstances.
This is really happening, right? Gon, your humble priestess is before you. Please, tell me what you require of me. How do I save more lost souls than I can carry in one lifetime?
Face bright red, sweat beading her brow. Shodi stumbles precariously closer to the edge. Lantern rattling, she catches herself. A mere moment before she would have toppled over.
I know that you have undertaken a noble mission, but I will tell you what I told the Watcher. You need not fear for the lost souls of this world.
Yeah, you're right, Mega D. I actually got that in my first playthrough. We saw that sequence, so you're correct. I wonder, though, once you actually talk with him and he realizes that on some level probably Margaret betrayed him, I don't know, maybe that would change things. I don't know. Your end sucks to suck. Watch Leslie.
As for you, Watcher, why is it you believe you have made it this far?
I really want to say because I'm a loyal servant of Barath, and Barath has willed this, but I'll say good fortune and good people have carried me the whole way. I'd be nothing without them.
As would we all. But you have come a great distance for answers. What would you ask of me, Watcher?
That we have. And I got a request. Down here. God, look how full my lantern is. I've been harvesting day and night for you, my God.
Lantern rattling, sickle gripped so tight her knuckles are white. She waves her arms over her head as she shouts.
My dear Shodi, I do not mean to diminish your presence here. But this is a question that the Watcher needs to answer.
I agree, Camera. She probably would kill him. Yeah, we got the ending where he basically is a hobo for the rest of his life because he's lost all sense of purpose.
He alone was tasked with pursuing me. The gods have placed him in this fire. It is only right that we speak together now.
Yeah, I love this conversation. The whole look of Aethys up close. I think this entire area and this part of the story was extremely well done. Can you atone for all the damage you've done?
No, not now. Not in your lifetime. Perhaps in 100 generations, the books and tongues of Kith will forget the name Aethys. A penance paid in full, noted by none. That would be my absolution.
You're just gonna wait for us to forget what you did? That's your penance?
Adair stands in a broad posture, the one he so often takes when placing himself between friend and foe. His neck is sharply craned to meet the unblinking stare of his god.
How about you start by giving back the souls you took? Or maybe by apologizing to every one of your followers, especially the ones that died for you.
The molten rock of Magrin's teeth gleams bright orange in his eyes, and he looks like a man overtaken by a furious spirit.
That's how only God works.
You owe this Watcher here. You owe my brother Woden, and every last one of us that ever followed you.
I don't think you ever get a real resolution on what happened with his brother either. That feels like a real loose end to me.
And you owe me. I never asked you for much, but you owe me better than what you're given.
I cannot atone for my mistakes with words alone, Adair. I know this now. It is why I began this journey and why I must move on.
In this game series, Pillars? I don't think you could become a Lich in Pillars.
But you have come here for other answers. Why I have returned. Where I am going. Am I answering to you? Or to Berith?
Or you might be able to, but I never went the evil route. So if you can, I've never done it. After all you've done, I think every creature that lives and breathes on the Aeor needs to know.
And it would seem even she whose presence shakes the heart of this mountain needs to know.
Margaret is prepared to take drastic measures to stop you.
Margaret fears what I will do, just as she feared what I would do in the Deerwood. But this time, there is no power on Aeora or in all of hell to stop me. Understand that what I'm saying is neither a boast nor a challenge. It is the clearest statement of truth I can give you. Give Berith, in the hopes of dissuading you from taking actions that may harm others.
What are you going to do?
Force gods and mortals alike to open their eyes to one another. It seems my sister does not like the sound of that.
Can you be more specific? What are you trying to do?
I want to return the gods to our original purpose, and to allow mortals to worship us, or ignore us, for what we are, not what we pretend to be.
Shodi gasps sharply. for once too stunned to blurt out a response. Her eyes are wild, with too much white showing, when she glances from Aethys to you.
What's that mean? You're gonna tell them the truth?
Adair looks away from Aethys for the moment, his eyes darting back and forth, as if between possible outcomes.
When I entered Widewin, I did so with the intention of illuminating the history of Anguith. I wanted to show all the nations of the Eastern Reach the machines we had used to create ourselves, how we had hidden our true nature from mortals for millennia. But even if I had succeeded, my words would have been easy to deny. Belief creates the foundation upon which a mind's reality is built. Some minds can never let go of that foundation. They would rather hold tight to the world in their mind than accept what they're being told.
Robert, are you referring to the fire giants? If so, we ran into an enemy ship that was full of them, and we ended up having to take them on. We wiped them out, no problem. Why is it so important that mortals know that the gods came from the Anguithans?
We began with a dream that if we provided guidance to mortals, each generation of souls would grow stronger. And if the souls grew stronger, societies would become better, moving ever closer to achieving the potential we believed all mortals have within them. Over 2,000 years have passed. Hundreds of generations have been born, lived, and died. If the world has improved under our guidance, mortals should be prepared to understand the truth.
Don't worry, Robert. It'll be in the live playlist. You'll still be able to go back and see it. One of the things they fixed in the new Warlock dialogues is reincarnation existed before gods, when the wheel didn't exist before gods. Yep, that's one of the reasons they added those Warlock sequences, so that they could go back and correct some of the things people felt like was missing. That's why people hated this part in the original releases. They had to seems to imply reincarnation is required for life itself, and the wheel needs to be replaced by something.
If they have not improved after all of this time, then we have utterly failed in our aims, and there should be a reckoning of our faults. The time has come for a new covenant between gods and mortals. One forged in the light of truth and understanding between our kind. I will leave this place and go to the lost city the Huana call Ukaizo. It is there that all souls pass through the machines of the gods, where all souls pass into the beyond before beginning their next life. When I reach that place, I will find our great machines and tear them to pieces. I will smash the great wheel until the lights of hell all gutter and die.
Holy shit. Skinny with the $100. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Love your voice. It's perfect for narration in these CRPG games. Have a great night. You too, man. Thank you so much. I'm glad you've been appreciating and enjoying the content. Thank you. Thank you.
And when my work is done, I will leave this world forever.
Where does that leave us? You're ending the rule of the gods?
No, Adair. It is not for me to decide if the gods should remain in power. That will be for your kind, for mortals, to decide.
I hope Margaret explodes 2 volcanoes on you for good measure. Say nothing.
I admit that's not the response I expected, especially given the volcano erupting around us. Still, I'm surprised Margaret is reacting this way. I would have thought she would appreciate a trial of this magnitude, one that tests us all.
She's not interested in trials that test her.
Both gods and mortals alike rely on the wheel. We depend on it for the souls that give us power. Mortals depend on it for the lives of future generations. Breaking it will force all of us to face the truth. We will fail together or move forward together. Either ending is preferable to the cycle we still find ourselves in.
Man, Aethys is the ultimate I know best.
You gotta take the souls I harvested for you.
The priestess thrusts
Thrusts her light pulsing lantern outward, as if waiting for Aethys to
They are not for me to take. Shodi, you are their guardian now. You are their protector. You have taken responsibility for them, and only you can decide their fate. Once again, the gods have put you in a precarious position, Watcher. Considering all the troubles I have put you through, the least I can do is protect you from the wrath Margaret has intended for me.
Oh, praise Aethys, what an amazing gesture. It's much appreciated.
Don't thank me yet. This will be particularly difficult for you, Watcher.
Guys and gals, we are literally being touched by the hand of God right now.
Despite herself, Shodi squeals. Trembling, she sways on her feet as if she might faint.
Take care, Mythical. Have a good one, man.
You better be sure of what you're doing, Aethys. You better be making things right. Because either way, we're the ones paying the cost.
All that I have done for your sake. If we do not meet again, Adair, please, take care of the Watcher.
Aethys' great hand floats away from the luminous Audra pillar. As it pulls back, for a brief moment you see a golden tether flash into existence between the pillar and the great Titan's back. When the Audra fingers gently cradle you, there is first a sensation of warmth, but it is followed by a harsh splitting of consciousness. Your awareness vacillates erratically between the physical world and the spiritual dimension of Aethys' body.
Yeah, I agree, Mega D. Laura does a fantastic job as a narrator in this game. Crystal Light, I almost drink that on a daily basis, Jason. Aethys, if you're so powerful and all-knowing, what about his grieving mother? You know I want to know, James.
Your soul glides amid the many trapped with Aethys. As your brilliant form passes by them, they call and reach out for help. Below Aethys' body, the volcano erupts. Molten rock rushes over the great Audra body, but does not slow its movement. Rathun rush to higher ground, but cannot outpace the lava, which overwhelms and consumes them as it rises. Your attention returns to the heart of Aethys' body. Deep within the whirling masses of souls, you again sense your own presence, the fragment that was taken from you. This time, you reach out to it as it reaches out to you. You meet somewhere in the great mass of Audra, the rest of the souls fading at the edge of your awareness. We are together again. Are you ready to be together again?
Why wouldn't I be?
Since we've parted, you've become someone else. I have become myself. When we join, we won't be ourselves anymore. Your senses yank back to your body, still in Aethys' hand. There is light, sunlight. He has emerged from Ashen Maw, the rim of the volcano and the great keep of the Rathun collapsing behind him. The Audra is barely visible through the thick lava covering his body, and still, he moves. The ocean is gone, water sucked away, leaving only the bare seabed glistening in an ominous silence. You summon the strength to turn your head. Through the cracks in the great god's fingers, you see a wall of water, taller than Nekataka, taller than Aethys, as tall as the moon. It comes with the rumbling of a terrible stampede. The wave slams into Aethys. His hand closes, protecting you from the devastation. Somewhere in your mind, you hear Andra screaming. You are back inside him, back with yourself. Are you still the same Watcher who returned the lost souls of the Deerwood to the wheel? The soul observes you, waiting.
I am. And I will do everything I can to save those poor souls before I am done.
Good. Then this should be easy. You feel cool air, seawater. The back of your mind pulls your attention back to your body. Aethys stands amid the now calm waves. Kraken futilely clinging to his limbs as he gingerly sets down your ship with one hand. carefully opens his other, setting your body on the deck. As your head comes to rest, your vision rocks forward, pulled back into the Audra, back to your soul. Some of us is lost to him. Fragments and the empty spaces between them. They will always be a part of him. But we are still us. And it's time for us to go. Together.
Together.
The soul rushes toward you, flying into you with ferocious speed. You are thrust back through the Audra, out of the palm of Aethys's hand, back into your body. You can feel the sensation of your skin, the warmth of the Audra, but you are not fully in control. The other soul struggles to reach the surface of the body's consciousness, but you pull it down. Entangled, you float in a dark, boundless expanse. The more you fight each other, the closer you become, until somehow, impossibly, every piece of you is touching every piece of them. Through the distant window of your eyes, you see Aethys push slowly against your ship. Though his touch is light, it is still the touch of a god. The ship lurches, rapidly tearing across the water southward. His hand pulls away from your ship's wake, his body straightening, towering overhead. The volcanic rock, now cooled and gently steaming, sloughs from his body as he moves. The Audra beneath is still immaculate, unmarred. He watches you depart, and you hear a voice in your mind as you sink deeper into the blackness of sleep.
Tell them what you have witnessed, Watcher. Tell them what is coming.
The windows of your eyes retreat into the distance. The fragment of your soul is so close to you in the darkness that you can't tell if its thoughts are separate from your own. Aethys is going to Ukaizo?
Aethys is going to Ukaizo.
He's going to stop the wheel?
He's going to stop the wheel.
Aethys is going to Ukaizo. Aethys is going to Ukaizo. He's going to stop the wheel. The words repeat in your mind until they become an incessant, meaningless mantra. Involuntary meditation in the emptiness of your unconscious. When the words finally dissolve and become part of the darkness, you see a pinpoint of light. You no longer sense the other soul. No longer sense the person you were before Aethys touched you. You swim toward the light. As you come closer, the light becomes two blurry spots of radiance. You settle in behind your eyes and feel your lips already moving, mumbling. Around your body you sense familiar scents and sounds, voices raised in shock and alarm. You take control of your mouth, opening it wide and drawing a great breath.
That whole sequence is fantastic. Extremely, extremely well done. Jason, if you want to start streaming, then by all means, brother, do it. There should be absolutely nothing stopping you. You fighting for disability. So what? Fighting with the government? They don't want to consider what you're going through, a disability that they should have to pay for. Do you live in the United States? I don't remember. Yeah, it's always significantly easier to find a new job when you already have one. I've been there before trying to find a job when I haven't had one for a few months and it being difficult for employers to take you seriously. So definitely understand what you're coming from and I hope that's relieved soon. I can't physically or mentally handle factory or fast food. I can handle part-time in a library. Right, so there's only certain types of work that your injury allows you to do. So then go ahead and get it to streaming. It's not like it takes a bunch of money. You can get it to stream it for free. You can stream with your phone, by all means. And the advantage of being in, right, you mentioned that you live in Arkansas. Okay, so yeah, you're fighting them with the government to try to get them to consider your disability. That takes so long. It takes way longer than it should, especially for people who've been through something serious and they flat out can't work. It takes so much longer than it should for folks to actually get their money. But the advantage of streaming is that there's such a wide audience of people who take in the content that pretty much anybody can become successful at it as long as you're willing to be consistent. Because no matter who you are, there is an audience for you. There's somebody who's going to look at you and say, hey, this is exactly the type of person I want to watch. And as long as you make yourself available, they'll watch it. You know, it's just about being consistent enough and sticking with it long enough for you to find your tribe and for people to realize that you're out there. If this, I will show the world that God's a fake. To be honest, one of the reasons I don't like Pillars of Eternity 2's plot is that it goes out of its way to ignore the plot of Pillars of Eternity 1. That was the point of the entire game. Yep, I agree. It doesn't feel like a real continuation in that sense, right? It feels almost like there's a break-off point and then just like a pure pivot. Definitely something I'll bring up in the review. A pounding headache drags you most of the way back to your senses. Your vision blurs and an acrid taste fills your parched mouth. The details of the room slowly come into focus, the sounds of an ongoing debate, a distant echo.
Are we simply going to wait? What if he never wakes up?
Are those frilled collars stuffed in your ears? If the Watcher's mumblings are right, then Aethys is marching on Ukaizo. We have to move.
In the brief silence, you hear Hazuni Karu's boats scrape against tile as she paces.
He's seizing power from the very gods who betrayed him, destroying the wheel to make sure they never come back.
She shakes her head and chuckles with grim appreciation.
It's a coup, and we have to muster the strength to stop it.
The unraveling of Kohopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test from the gods, I say. We must live to deserve the world they make for us.
Onikazo rests her chin on her fist and considers. The assembled leaders turn their attention away from each other in a prolonged and thoughtful silence. At last, you feel fully present and steady on your feet. The attention of the room abruptly shifts to you, filling the void with expectant whispers. Why is everyone here?
You're awake. Welcome back, Watcher. Your arrival in the wake of the eruption at Margaret's Teeth was alarming.
For the past 2.5 years. I can't imagine it, dude. I can't imagine it. I don't know if it ignores it so much as it hasn't got the time to deal with it. That too. But same difference, right? Like, essentially, it pivots away. Yeah, but the counter to that is everyone wants to be a part. Yep. I've been laid off and went through long stints of unemployment. And that fear of, am I going to be able to get employment again? So, I understand it.
You shared a great deal while you were asleep. We aren't sure what to make of it.
Oh, welcome back, Captain. If you're wondering about the taste, Ishi was trying to feed you bugs while you were asleep.
Oh, that's pleasant.
Join our talks, I say. Rational discussion will gust away the ominous smoke rising from Ashen Maw.
Onikaza gestures to you with an open palm.
The Deadfire is no stranger to cataclysm. We can survive by cleaving to a shared purpose, a greater good, Akira.
She looks to each of the envoys in turn.
For what else did the gods place us here? We who have ships and resources enough to make a difference.
Kastal glances around the room at the gathered parties, his brows climbing.
What we need is brass. Rawatai has ships and cannons aplenty, but the only way I'm sending them is if...
She breaks off at the boom of a door slamming open. Commotion echoes from the entrance hall. As everyone turns toward the noise, her hand strays to her gun. The sound of approaching footsteps grows in volume as a courier scrambles into the throne room, panting and glistening with sweat. His mouth opens and closes like a fish, gasping desperately for breath.
Ships have formed a blockade around Queen's Berth. Their commander demands parley with Serpent's Crown.
What? But what about our ships? I must get a message through to the captains.
For what do our enemies paint a target on their hull? This is a stirring bid for my attention.
Onakaza narrows her gaze past the open door.
Send word to my water shapers to drain the sea around the flagship. I would parley on better terms than this.
Onakaza begins to rise, but the carrier speaks up ahead of her.
My queen! They fly the colors of pirates! The Principi are...
Well, what have we here?
A confident voice booms from the open door. The motley sailors who don't hold the Wana guards at bay with drawn weapons take in some of the more opulent decorations with avid interest. One pirate separates out from the fold, sauntering boldly forward.
Forgive me, lovesome, but it looks like you're having a party. A rather fine one to which you didn't invite me.
She winks, swollen neck glinting in the light as she cocks her pistol high above her head.
You painted vagrants are a plague on my tribes. Why should I not hang you from the walls of my garden?
Onakaza grips the handrest of her throne as if ready to vault up and attack.
You should be asking yourself how they got in here in the first place.
She glowers in the direction of the throne.
Oh, I do love when they squabble. But I'm here for neither pleasantries nor entertainment. We've bigger fish to fry. Or should I say gods?
A determined-looking guard inches closer to Adele's from the edge of the court. Without looking, the Principi captain swivels her pistol to aim straight at his chest.
Now everyone just calm down. I promise we won't fire on you at this time. Unless firstly provoked. That is, until once we've safely absconded from the city back to the high seas.
She grins magnanimously.
Then all bets are off again. Aye?
Yes. Well, if you have a point, pirate, I suggest you reach it quickly.
We're supposed to take a bunch of pirates at their word?
She crosses her arms, the wooden hand groaning.
Right you are. However...
The narrowed-eyed look she settles on the room is more than a little bloodthirsty.
I'm here because I've got questions, ones that can't wait. And the Lovesome Watcher's the only one likely to answer them nicely.
If we want to reach you... listen.
Percamplanca, this is nonsense. I have no intention of letting Ukaizo fall into the hands of plunderers and thieves.
Ukaizo? What's the lost city of gold got to do with a god on a rampage?
Using the barrel of her gun, she tips her hat back curiously. Aethys is going there to break the reincarnation cycle.
Well, fuck if that doesn't put things into perspective. But what's that even mean in the long run? Folks who die won't be coming back again.
Maybe not at first, but eventually Eora will be starved of life.
This is all dark and foreboding sounding. But what's it mean for my soul? I mean, I like the idea of pirating throughout the great beyond as much as the next gal. But if, say, I got no awareness after I die, does it even matter what happens?
Ak, of course you have no interest past that of your eyes and your stomach.
Best part of Pillars of Turning 1 is the Forest Lich female who rides a forest dragon. I prefer that version of Lichdom. I agree.
Let us speak now of what can be done. Must be done. Watcher, you know best of all of us what our options are.
Our only hope is to reason with them.
If he's heading to Ukaizo, then the time for speeches is over. We have to act quickly. Defending Ukaizo is the highest priority.
A pensive, focused look sharp as the lines in her face. She scratches her cheek with the fingers of a wooden hand.
Our ships are fast and well-equipped. We could sail to the edge of Andra's mortar. See if Aethys' passage opens a way through the storms.
She narrows her eyes, watching the others.
Of course, finding Ukaizo once we're through is another matter.
I can sense Aethys in Andra's mortar. My soul calls out from inside him.
That's so. You just might be able to save us.
She scratches her chin, an eager glimmer in her eyes.
We speak of collectively sailing for Andra's mortar, but this crown will not support any plan that involves a single outsider ship landing on the shores of Ukaizo.
A hush falls across the room as Onikaza makes her proclamation.
It is for this moment that the gods test me. Anyone who seeks to cross Andra's mortar will learn that the gates of Ukaizo are the end of compromise with the Huana.
Can everyone agree to our armistice while we work through this crisis?
I don't mean to let Aethys end us while we bicker. But the fate of Ukaizo is not exclusively a Huana concern.
I think I'm getting the gist of it now.
She rubs the barrel of her gun under her jaw thoughtfully. Then she crooks you a cunning grin.
While these witless princocks go at each other's throats, we Principi will cut through the storms and plunder the city of gold. Whatever Aethys is seeking in those ruins, we'll find it. And then we'll sell it to the highest bidder. That, or me and mine will have front row seats to the end of the world.
If the Huana cannot take back our beginning, then our end fast approaches. The gods will judge us by our devotion to Ukaizo.
Are you going to guard it as closely as you've guarded your palace today?
She shoots a meaningful stare at the pirates.
Ukaizo was yours once, and you lost it. Meanwhile, the storms that cover Andra's mortar plague Rauatai too. We will help the Watchers stop Aethys, but we will not leave our country's future in soft hands. We hope the Watcher agrees.
She nods to you.
Watcher, there are two kinds of people in the Deadfire. Those who have called it home since time immemorial, and opportunists.
Onikaza glares at the assembled dignitaries.
With Ukaizo under our control, the Huana would restore order as it has not been seen since the days of our ancestors.
She nods slowly, holding your gaze all the while.
Order. And the only question is whether it will be the order of ignorance and tradition, or else of conquest. The secrets to be found in Ukaizo could elevate us all beyond the telling. I will not relinquish that dream so easily.
With that, Castal turns to stride away, his shoulders set in a rigid line. Without so much as a final farewell, Adele tips her head to her armed crew, and the pirates withdraw as swiftly as they arrived. My preferred ending is leaving all these losers to squabble. We're going to decide we're outside this time, but man, it's so odd. Like, this crisis is absolutely crazy. It involves all of you. You can't put your differences aside and try to figure out a way to work through this. Man, I mean, it's legit. Like, this is the way the real world works, right? But the way they've drawn it up is actually really awesome.
Watcher, I say the time to play at freelancing is at an end. Any of us could get you to Ukaizo, but only one of us will stand by your side.
Studying you carefully, Onikaza nods and gestures for attendants to clear the room. Eating dinner at 1:15 a.m. might be early breakfast.
While we have the chance.
Okay.
I say it is not every day that a ship pulls into port from Margaret's teeth. You are not too singed, I hope.
Aruhi looks you up and down, clearly impressed.
Our enemies scramble for Kaizo, dropping all pretense of strategy in their panic and haste.
Sighing, Arihu gestures for you to speak freely. I have questions.
Both topics I know well.
We already talked about all that stuff. All right. See if there's any bounties. Middle finger to all these factions. Ain't nobody got time for this. Yeah, they're not making themselves look the best, are they? Not at all. All right. Bounty.
The belly of the great eel.
Still hunting you. Okay. Didn't find you yet.
So the crown granted your master an audience. How did it go?
Maya wants to talk. That's interesting.
A Every corner of the Deadfire babbles of the devastation from Magrin's teeth.
The queen wears a furrow down her brow that looks fixed in place.
And Aothis marches on Ukaizo while I juggle armloads of enemies. This is no coincidence. Nagati is testing me, I say.
Certainly feels that way.
If you've spent any time in the Deadfire at all, the myth of lost Ukaizo can be no mystery.
Onikaza leans forward in her chair. Wana plus Deadfire Archipelago, of course. It's the origin and destination of all Wana.
Akira, good. Then you understand why we must get there first. They say the beaches of Ukaizo spanned impossible horizons, and its towers graced the light of distant stars.
She blinks up at the sky, her gaze tracing an unseen shape.
At night, I even... but it is nothing.
She waves the matter aside as if brushing at a moth. Insight. Have you been dreaming of Ukaizo, Highness?
Akira, since I was a child.
Onikaza slowly exhales through her nose.
Do your dreams ever wake you in the dark of the night? To find yourself trembling and tangled in blankets soaked with sweat? Do you ever open your eyes, feeling both fearful and sick?
Blinking, Onikaza folds her arms and looks from Shodi back to you.
Curious company you keep, Watcher.
No? Just me then?
When I close my eyes, I stand before the gates of Ukaizo. There are always three. For what would there be three gates?
She furrows her brow and shakes her head. Clearly a question she has asked herself many times before.
I do not say I am meant to go, but the gods. They want the Huana to return and reclaim what we lost.
The gods certainly aren't above picking favorites.
For what do the tribes not fight each other? For what are we united if not to take back lost Ukaizo?
Onikaza shows her teeth. It's difficult to tell if she's smiling or grimacing.
Under Wodika's gaze do we keep order. Atop Nagati's seas are we tested. From Ukuhu's bowels do we carry wisdom back to the tribe.
You sure that's wisdom?
Revelation comes from unlikely places, soldier. I say you should have learned this on the battlefield.
Onikaza nods to Eder.
The gods want this for us, I say. We have come this far to restore order and earn back our empire.
Chuckling to herself, Maya shakes her head.
You have thoughts, soldier?
Onikaza shoots her a withering look.
Valia came here to make some coin. Rawatai followed to catch up with Valia. Now the Huana are scrambling to catch up to Rawatai. It'd be funny if it wasn't gonna get so many good people killed.
Anyone who stands in our way is a wave to be crested. Your superiors should know this already.
Onikaza flares her nostrils and nods.
So, Watcher, do we unite and sail for Ukaizo?
Onikaza eases forward in her throne and studies you, unblinking. Raotai has an equal claim on Ukaizo. You're wrong to exclude them.
I invite you into my confidence, and you turn against me?
I can't just bring this up. Onikaza eases back in a chair, taking you in with narrowed eyes.
Go then. Enjoy your new allies. Profit and hold their custom. Do not return unless you bring your senses, and pray that my mind is unchanged when you do.
She waves you off, grimacing. I just
My
want...
scouts tell me that you sail from Oreo.
There we go. The queen raises her brow. Decided to do a... If Rance was the protagonist, you'd already have been the king of pirates and oppressing everyone twice as hard. Virgin Watcher can't compare. Can Margaret spare us another god hammer so we can glass that stupid island? Tried to do a levitating Dremor, the armored Nord who wields an inflamed Daedric mace and wields restoration of destruction spells build for Skyrim. The Daedric Purifier. Man, I miss Skyrim. Like, I don't miss it enough to play it again because I played the crap out of that game. But the variety of builds and things you can put together, really, really awesome.
Do the Wahaki pay the crown obeisance in whatever eccentric form suits them?
Onikaza rests her chin on her fist and studies you. You can look forward to Wahaki support when the need arises.
You have united the Juana with our missing limb.
For once, she allows herself a deep and genuine smile of gratitude.
The Juana are strong, but our foes are stronger, richer, more relentless still. I say that the gods have delivered us an advantage we sorely need. It is beyond time that we rid ourselves of the trading companies.
She closes her eyes and draws in breath, grateful to say the words aloud.
The Wahaki stand with us. With their howling warriors on our side, I say no foreign fighter will hold their ground. We have studied the chart of our ancestors, seen the Deadfire as they saw it. Matario Cozy will lead us home again. It used to be that the strength of the trading companies grew by the lengths of an eel's belly. Now they grow fast and unchecked, feeding off all they find. It is my responsibility to defang the serpent before it bites down on my neck, and I need all the help I can get. Before we go any further, your complicated choice of friends will need to be addressed.
She aims a hard look at Maya.
You're fixing to do something about the Royal Deadfire Company, aren't you?
Maya crosses her arms and sets her stance. Yoshiza lets out an anxious squawk. This is important. I need to know that you're with me.
I'm not. If you've already signed off on some scheme of hers.
Maya makes a derisive gesture towards Onikaza.
I don't know what she's planning, but I won't stand by and watch you two spoil Raotai's chance of improving our lot.
Who's to say this will hurt Wildtai in the long run? Their resource. We can work this out, somehow.
If you've got any ideas, I'm not beyond hearing them. How do we get past this, Captain?
Diplomacy and insight. You want to stay. You'll hate yourself if you don't.
Maybe I will. And maybe I can even live with that. But Raotai needs all hands on deck. And I won't just turn about on my career.
Onikaza, whatever you're planning, I want no part of it.
Fascinating.
Lifting her brow, the queen folds her arms and regards you coolly.
I hope your little sharpshooting spy is worth it. You will not reconsider?
Maya is too important to me.
Huh.
Maya crosses her arms and favors the queen with a self-satisfied grin. Taking in the tone of the exchange, Yoshiza waggles her tail feathers and lets out a delighted squawk.
In that case, you are expelled from my service.
Onikaza's tone is harsh, but there's a hint of something else in her bearing, a softening of temperament that never reaches her voice.
All the powers of the Deadfire are scrambling to reach Ukaizo. Try not to get in our way.
She dismisses you with a nod. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I wonder what her brother has to say. Right, yeah, I'm not going to help her take out the traitors. We side with Raotai, but I'm not going to do the Raotai quest just yet. But I am going to turn in the quest that I have. Ooh, whoops. God dog it. Ooh, the burn book is ready. Okay, so I got to talk with Wodoka. And it seems like the gods will be calling me in to have another conversation as well, right? I think there should be one more. Well, how does her brother feel about this?
My sister says we are not to work together. She says it loudly.
Aruhi massages his brow and winces.
As surely as Kahopa devours Tengaloa, Onikaza and I are of different minds. But together we are the harpoon the tribes can hurl at our enemies. I must follow her lead.
He curls his fingers into a fist before letting it fall to his side. I did it for Maya, wouldn't you? His mouth drops open as something goes unspoken. Ariu clears his throat and glances away.
A daughter of the tribes wearing Raotai's colors tears at my gut like spoiled crab. But I say I understand these things.
You do?
Maya passes a quizzical look from Ariu to you.
Akira.
He nods to Maya. It takes an effort of will for him to wrest his attention from her.
Watcher, Captain, sail far from this place. I would not swing my axe at a warrior who deserves better.
Rui touches his brow and says no more. That was actually really cool. Because they set that up earlier. Interesting. Oh, well, things went bad with them. What you got to say, girl?
Kaizo, the last great arena of this contest. If you believe that sort of thing.
Maya glances away, sniffing.
Planting a flag in the sands of Ukaizo is a great way to hang a target on your back.
Afraid of danger all of a sudden?
I just want to know that we're doing this for the right reason. So far, I'm unconvinced. Until I see Ukaizo for myself, it's a bedtime story. Let the poets hang their hopes on a dream. Rawatai's navy should be better than this.
What does Ukaizo mean to you?
Ukaizo has fooled everyone into sacrificing and compromising for the ultimate prize of what? Getting there first?
Stream keeps freezing up on me. Camera, you still there? Is the stream freezing up for you at all?
Even if we succeed, not everyone's gonna make it back to sing the tale of lost Ukaizo.
Sounds like you have personal reservations.
Ukaizo isn't a fortress in the path of shipping lanes. We don't even know if this mythical island has any defensive value.
Maya throws her arms up. Yoshiza dances back with ruffled feathers and an irritated squawk.
When this campaign is spread across razor-thin margins, how does the company plan on sustaining a garrison half the world away in uncharted seas? All the powers imagine that Ukaizo is a symbol for control, and they're willing to bet everything that they're right.
Started for me a little bit. So is it still stuttering now? Does it appear to have cleared up? The trading companies can bicker for territory. We have work to do.
Couldn't be prouder to be a part of it, Captain. Thanks for letting me squawk in your ear like a Shiza after too much shark meat. I needed that.
Maya sighs and cracks her neck with both hands. Okay, it's clear now. Okay, cool. I had other questions.
Go on, then.
Let's be off. Why hasn't her romance triggered? Seems like it should have. The courier's calling. Oh. Well, yeah, you have to do her quest first. Okay, so fine. Back to the... Right as I say that. Nice. All right. First, let's head up here. See if we can turn in any of those bounties.
What say?
Still hunting. Okay, fine. So the next I will go to the Brass Citadel, turn in those 2 quests. Then we can head to Queen's Birth and talk with the Valiants. And then it's time to clear up all the side quests all around the map and do that DLC. Maya scratches the back of her head.
This is where we part ways. For the moment.
What's going on, Maya?
Hatsura will want me to report in alone. Sorry, it's company business. I might not be back for a few days on account of this.
Maya chews the inside of her cheek and reaches into her pack. She produces a sealed missive.
I'm supposed to handle this one alone. I won't ask you to come along or get involved.
At first, it seems like she is looking down at Ishiza. In fact, Maya's looking down at her feet. I'll go with you. Where are we bound?
When I said I won't ask, what I mean is you weren't invited. This is a one-woman, one-bird kind of job. You've got Shodi to keep you company. You two play nice.
You stay safe, you hear, Ma? Come back in one piece.
Go have fun. Chase a god, save an island. Do what you do best, Captain.
She nods encouragingly. Safe travels, Maya.
You as well. Just don't have too much fun without us.
She nods to you, holding your gaze for an extra moment before she clicks her tongue to summon Ishiza. Okay. Well. All right, now. Let's turn in this quest. So we're turning this quest. Turn in the quest with the Valians, and then we'll rest until Maya's back and level up everybody. Oh, she's not the only one who has birds. Okay, I didn't know other Rautais keep birds as well.
Ukaizo's real, and your glowing friend is headed there.
The Halzanai is pacing when you enter, chomping at the bit of her pipe.
In all your wandering, I doubt you ever imagined you'd bear
did it
witness
again.
to something like this.
Was it stuttering earlier in the stream? Take care, Siet. Have a good one. It's weird. Why is it doing it now all of a sudden? I don't know. There's a restless quality to her grin.
We've got to move quick.
She stopped pacing, but she keeps glancing out the window as if expecting to see Aethys himself. What do you mean?
Our engineers believe there's something unnatural about the storms of Andra's mortar, and the ones that have made Rauatai a rain-lashed rock. If Ukaizo really exists, it could be the key to understanding them and stopping them.
Comcast has been doing work in my area all day, so I don't know if we're experiencing some like residual effects of it, but hopefully it won't be a problem in the next stream. But it's definitely nothing on my side because OBS is showing up green and I'm not doing anything on the network that would cause a slowdown. And I'm not doing anything different that I was doing a couple hours ago. Weird.
Just as you saw at Poko-Kahara, the Ingwithans were masters of engineering, and with the knowledge of Ukaizo, we could surpass them.
She watches you through eyes as bright as embers. A cool draft moves through the room, but a fever-slick sheen of sweat glazes her forehead. History. Ukaizo was originally the Wana capital.
You think they could have achieved this?
It's you, I think. Ah, okay. All right, no problem, Jason. She snorts a stream of smoke.
Where have you seen anything this ambitious among their works? The Ingwithans, on the other hand, left monuments to their greatness around the world.
The Wana mastered water shaping and channeled the soul of a dragon and magnify it.
I'll have to see how Atsura's spies missed that.
Her eyebrows shoot up.
I mean no insult to the Wana, but they've never known hardship. They've never had to strive.
That's not true.
We've earned our place at Ukaizo.
Just don't trample the Wana in your rush for Ukaizo.
This isn't about ill will toward the Wana. It's about pulling our people from the mud and stabilizing Deadfire while we're at it. We could truly transform Rauatai. No more flooded cities. No more harvests washed from the fields.
She takes a draw on her pipe. There's a pensive but focused quality to her gaze, as though she can see this bright future in the rising smoke. Your actions will change Deadfire too. Have you considered the consequences?
The archipelago is a lawless mess. It needs to be broken and rebound. The same way you heal a misaligned bone. I can help you reach Aethys. But first, I must prepare for the world we'll all live in after you confront him.
She looks out the window as if assessing the lands beyond it.
The slavers on Crookspur have menaced the region too long. Atsura thinks it would give the wrong impression if we were to move against them on our own.
She gnaws on the bit of her pipe, and a vein pulses in her jaw. Then she looks at you and expels attention in her face with a sigh of smoke.
But this is exactly the kind of crusade that suits you.
I've already received the details from Atsura. The Hazanui grunts in affirmation.
You look like you've come with a purpose.
Okay, farewell. All right, cool. So nothing to submit from her. We just need to go to Atsura and submit the quest.
Sayuka said her work's finally continuing.
Won't say what it is.
Is this him? Yes, it is.
You haven't figured
Clear
it out.
skies.
I thought it was obvious.
The slavers are gone from Crookspur.
Justice at last. We've done a good thing. You've done a good thing.
He clasps you by the shoulders and tries out a warm smile. It almost looks real.
Please, accept this on behalf of the Hazanui and myself. You've been invaluable to us.
He watches your expression as he presents your payment, deciding what to say.
Your real reward, the passage to Ukaizo you were promised, is nearly ready. Karoo only requires help with a final matter before it can be done.
His eyes are fixed on you, steady and unblinking. Not so fast. I passed a fleet of Rauataian ships headed to Crookspur. His careful expression falters, his eyes bulging and mouth slack. The slip only lasts a moment, but it's like seeing a curtain ripple before a gutted and scorched room. He chuckles weakly as he recovers.
Forgive me. I meant no slight to you, but I was not expecting them so soon.
Yeah, me too, Jason. I'm just trying to get this round of quests submitted before I jump off.
I'm sorry I could not tell you about them, but Karoo is most protective of her ships, and Nekataka rides with loose tongues.
He's collected himself, but he eyes you warily. What are his ships doing in Crookspur? He fidgets and squirms, looking as though you're about to pull one of his teeth. At last he sighs and spreads his hands.
The Rukapa are our finest warriors, on land or at sea. We had to secure Crookspur against further attacks from the slavers. Or pirates.
He gives you a measured look.
The Principi continue to bicker amongst themselves. And a restless beast is a dangerous one. We must be ready.
Don't apologize. You have to keep the slavers from returning.
I'm relieved you see this.
He nods slowly, letting out a deep breath.
Now, what else can I do for you?
After all this time, I still don't understand who you are, what you believe in. He watches you with that blank but thoughtful stare you've come to recognize. In the tiny movements of his eyes, you can see him sizing you up, deciding how much to tell you. At last, he smiles faintly.
Who we are. What does this even mean? Why the search for permanence in a transient existence? One day, our bodies will perish and our souls will return to the wheel. Every word we've ever spoken, everything we've ever known will be forgotten with us.
His expression is one of distant amusement, as though these notions are no more troubling than the far-off clamor of crowds.
But this will remain.
He spreads his hands, surveying the solid, precise stonework and around him.
Prolonging the soul is a fool's errand. Clinging to a grand past is vanity. I want to take part in building something that will last beyond me. That is true immortality.
He smiles, calm satisfaction narrowing the corners of his eyes. I agree. It's important to do great things with the time we have.
Few are in a position to accomplish as much as you are.
He nods appreciatively.
But you and I have much to do and little time to discuss philosophy.
Farewell. All right. Now, finally,
Tell me if you're so smart.
Let's go visit the Valians. And then to the inn. I assume when Maya comes back, her injury will be cleared. If not, I guess we'll rest one more time. And then it's finally time to clear all the side quests. Which means we are closer and closer to this being done. Queen's Birth. Yep, we'll go there. A crowd congests the tunnel ahead of you. My bones be feeling cricky. A confusing network of natural and kith-hewn tunnels run between the Brass Citadel and the Gullet. Most of the larger thoroughfares are well-traveled and familiar, but the narrow branches that spread from them are a confusing muddle of twisting halls and dead ends. A tunnel along your path has collapsed. A giant rock, its new immovable door. Laborers mill about it, but there seems little actual labor occurring. You might be able to find another way through the city, but the detour could take hours. Streetwise, find a route around the collapse. Oh, snap, that's right. None of us have really done Streetwise. My bad. Speak to the workers. The Raparu mutter among themselves, but grow quiet and avert their gazes at your approach. The Kuaru foreman glances up from a slat of palm and raises a hand. Greetings, noble watcher. We work to fix this tunnel, but for now then the way is closed. He bows his head. The servants of Nekataka always apologize for any difficulty or delay. Religion. Remember that with nothing but time and water, Andra reshapes entire continents. Oh, are you serious? And it's only what he can do? Why? We're all here. What happened? One of the Raparo shakes his head. Surely you felt it, Akira. A great dragon went and flew over the island and shook the whole city. Kuaru frowns at the speaker and waves the Omaru off. You go, be quiet. He returns his attention to you. They know better than to blunt their teeth at their betters. The servants of Nekataka always apologizes for any inhospitality or offense. He provides another besequished bow. I think I can help. The Kuawi eyes widen. But Watcher, the city gives us this task. We stay working. You need not lift your fingers. Hammer and chisel. Use a hammer and chisel to break the slab in two. You pass the workers. The largest stone fell at an angle, suggests you might be able to leverage it free. Finding the holes and gaps in the stone, you widen the tunnel's opening until you can pass through. A musty wind whistles across your face, a sea-born stench on his breath, blaring a bleeding clamor from the darkness, a cacophony of mindless chittering and chirping. For a moment, you think you hear someone snapping their fingers. The shadows before you split and twist erratically, congregating and dissolving again before resolving into a bedlam of leathery wings. Dark home is new home, tears a shrill voice before you, a screech from one of the many imps crowding the tunnel. Leave! They flock forward, hideous cave bats fleeing before them and towards you. The Awana scatter in terror, leaving you to the beast. That's fine. Leave it to the professionals. And let's show the...
Smart, don't it?
Ooh, that's all it took? Y'all in bad shape.
I need something stronger.
And that's that. Excellent. Come on. Excellent. And on that. And all that.
Of course.
And how do I get out of here? Excellent. And Queen's Birth. Are you serious? You're a set of heavily armored footsteps from down a nearby alley. The narrow streets in this neighborhood are largely deserted at night, and the echoes of heavily armored footfalls carry down the cobbled lanes. You notice two members of your crew, Giordu, Red-Handed, and Nia, crouching at the corner ahead of you, their backs to you. See anything interesting? The pair almost leap from their skin at your sudden appearance. Gods above, Captain, Nia hisses. Are you trying to scare us to death? My heart nearly stopped. Frowning, Giordu, Red-Handed, glances around the corner, then back to you. Nothing to see here, Captain. Spill it, you idiots. Nia sighs. Just tell him, Red-Handed. His eyes roll. We found a chance to make a little coin, Captain. A glance around the corner reveals an aging meadow folk man, garishly dressed in the styling of a dear wooden noble. Lamp-like glints from the rings on his fingers and chains around his thin neck. Damnation! I told you, incompetence, that this was not the right street. The words are slurred, as if the man's tongue is too heavy for his mouth. Several men and women, all too heavily armored for the climate, accompany the man. Apologies, master, if we... Shut up, fool! By Margaret's flame is it always this hot. I pay 1,000 dukes for another drink. Get back to Normandy before I turn you into the city guard myself. Nia winces as Red-Handed spits a fat blob of film that slowly trails down the wall. Gods. Understood, Captain. We'll return to the ship. The pair slink away. Approach the group. One of the guards leans in towards the man. This is not the safest street, sir. Perhaps it's your job to keep me safe, not prattle on like a schoolmarm. At your approach, one of the guards puts a gauntleted hand on the man's shoulder, but he twists out from under it. Finally, someone with a thought in their head. He pads towards you, gesturing in broad swipes of the arm as he speaks. These imbeciles have gotten us entirely lost. Can you point the way to, was it Queen's Birth, I believe? Guys, oh, that's right. We don't have diplomacy either. I happen to have a drink. Do you have those 1,000 gold pieces you mentioned? The man briefly blinks before his features split into a wide grin. Fantastic. What do you have on offer? I will pay more than fairly for it. Mead imported from the Adir Empire. Oh, wait. But he's Deerwooden, right? He might not like that, but we'll see. The noble's eyes widen as he clasps the bottle. Ah, I knew you were the very model of refinement. Here, please, with my blessings. The guards exchange glances as he hands you a heavy bag of gold. Ah, nice. Yeah, the noble directions. Hey, Edda gives the man and his guard clear, concise directions back to Queen's Birth. You have my sincere gratitude. He bows deeply and offers a small bag of gold coins. For your trouble. Hey, works for me. All right. Finally, now, let's turn in this freaking quest. And then we can be on our way.
Click here to subscribe.
You receive a letter bearing the seal of the Valiant Trading Company and flaunt the let's terrible handwriting. Watcher, I hope this message finds you in good health. We have made our adjustments to the machines and are ready to make another attempt at your transportation. Please make your way to the spire as soon as you are able. I believe we have it this time. Your partner in discovery. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And we will wait for morning. And I think it's a good place to save. And governor's office. Oh, but she's like the small-time governor, right? That's the one I've already dealt with. So we got to go upstairs. In fact, now that I think about it, I don't believe we ever talked to the Valiant quartermaster since the time that we joined the Valiant. So let me visit her real quick and make sure she doesn't have any interesting items. It's all the way at the edge, right? Yep.
Ado, well, I hope you aren't staying too long. Insanity. What can I do for you today, Watcher?
What do you do here?
I can spare a few moments.
That's all I want. What? No.
Our
I thought she was a
fortunes
quartermaster for some reason, but I guess not. Maybe not. All right, fine.
You know, I wish you'd been around a year back. We would have left the Royal Deadfire Company in the dust. Now then, did you have a reason for coming by? I'll answer what I can, of course. Just let me know if now then
His, hold on, the Valian of like mind. Oh, it doesn't count until I spoken with Ferrante? Oh, well. All right, fine. That's annoying. I wonder if he attacks me since I've disrupted his trade. So we'll have to head there next. When the next stream starts, make a beeline to Dunnage. And then probably need to visit the lighthouse. Ooh. And actually, there's another bounties person in here, so we should be able to see. Hopefully, you're one of the people I finished a bounty for. Yeah, this dude, right? There we go. She joins the goddess of death in the beyond.
First bounty to pay off. An exciting day for us both.
Abaco passes you a small pouch of coins.
Maybe it's not much, but as I make more deals, more pyres will be available, Ak.
What bounties do you have available?
I finally managed to land the rights to a bounty of value. You may not like it. There is a thirsty drake who roosts near an oasis northeast of Magi Island. An important site for refilling canteens. The local tribes call him Purakeo, after a sea dragon of legend. Even so, they have no love for this water thief.
I'll return with his head. Farewell. Actually, I don't need to manually rest. Wait. How do I know when Maya's back, now that I think about it? Let's give it 3 days to see what happens. All right, she'll be back in a few days. How many is a few? Not interested in going in. Wait, there we go. Maya's returned to rejoin your crew. Where do I go to get her, though? Here. Do I talk to you?
No. What can I do? You see anything?
And there we go.
This'll be fun.
And she's ready to talk, but she's also still got that injury.
What can you see anything?
So let's go ahead and hey, we'll take that. Sure, why not? And then also, let me do this also before I forget. Doom, 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 doom. Go back to the cartographer and make sure we get all the maps. Wait a minute, what? This is not the right place, is it? Where'd I just go? Oh, this is the Valian house. Whoops, my bad. Where's the cartographer? There we go. Map Emporium. No, here.
risen again. He is glorious.
In form and purpose. There we go, and
Welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. Tell me, how is the sailing? Smooth? Nothing to delay your expedition, I hope. How might I assist you?
I got some materials for your book.
Ah, how exciting. Let's see here. Goodness, that's not what I was expecting. And so close to Porto Maggi. You've done wonderfully. Ah, this book will be the best thing since Cassini's adventures, and that was all romantic rubbish. Here, your pay, my friend. We're only getting started, of course. There's more to see. Tikawara next, I think. How does that strike you? It's a little Huana village out to the southeast. 3 islands this time, all nameless and unloved. They form a little triangle around Tikawara, if you squint. I'll be waiting.
Oh, I haven't done it yet, huh? Oh, God dog it. And then bring it over here. All right, finally. I think that... Oh, wait. My formation is off. I can already tell. Yep. Header should be up here. You can go here. Excellent. Why does that still look off? Oh, there we go. Excellent. All right. I think that's been a very productive stream. But I am tired at this point. And I think that's enough for me. Hope all of you enjoyed the stream. Hope all of you had a good evening. Probably, in fact, definitely, I won't be streaming tomorrow evening, but we should be back on Wednesday, barring any sort of emergency. So until then, hope all of you take care, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, princess. Have a good night.